Dun, 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 dun. Game Maru Q. Wow. Haven't seen this in a while, have we? I don't even remember my team when I played this last. So let me explain, I guess, again, real quick. This is Touhou Puppet Play Enhanced Reloaded. Revisit, of course. This is a version. This is a version of the original Touhou Puppet Play aimed to increase, and the player experience. And I played this. This is the first Puppet Play game that I believe I played on this channel, and that was nearly 6 years ago. So now that we have recapped that, I want to say I have the latest version, which was apparently a couple months ago at this point. There was a version prior to it. And this is where it got kind of strange. So, I don't know what's new in this version. I think what the version that I have is basically just a bug fix version of the last version. However, the last version was actually done by a different person who made adjustments and changes to things. I don't know if this is expanding off of that. I couldn't find any information, so I'm just going with the latest. Really, the only thing I care about is that they actually changed the shiny odds to be more in line with modern games, basically doubling the rate. Does that matter at all? Probably not. It probably doesn't matter at all, but I like that because I remember I did, when I did Touhoumon Platinum, the creator of the hack, Tai, he actually gave me a version of it where the odds of a shiny were like very good. I don't remember what they were exactly, but they were good. I found a couple shinies, but also the change for that game also made it so it was possible for NPCs, trainers, to have shiny Pokemon, which did happen. There was a Victory Road trainer who had a shiny Shizuha. 1-800. Okay, because I remember I found a shiny in the first 30 minutes of the game, and it had a terrible nature, so I didn't use it. But I did get Bloon. I did get Bloon. I caught a Bloon. She was worse than my other one, but I had to use the shiny one. But I did have her. All right. So, this is Fire Red. Most of these games are based in Fire Red, as you probably know. I've played a number of them at this point. I don't think I've played them all. At the very least, I think I've played all the big ones, unless there are more to come. But yeah, the last one I played was Another World, and it was good. I did finish the main story. Like, I beat the champion. Like, that one was good. I just kind of got not interested in doing the post-game stuff, which got all kinds of weird. But I also played the one I played before that, and then Lunatic Platinum. I did full Pokedex runs, so I got the whole Pokedex. And I was looking, and I think I might at some point check out Heart Gold again. I don't know if it's been changed, but Touhoumon Heart Gold I think was the best Touhoumon game in terms of balance, aside from price. Price is the only complaint that I have about that one. Price is the main one I have a complaint with Touhoumon Heart Gold. But otherwise, that game is pretty solid. It's just you get level curved hard, and it feels like you have to grind, or have the appropriate team already going into it. It's a pain in the ass. But other than that, the game is very nice. All right. Remember that game is a bunch of annoying-ass post-game trainers that stupid pinch berries try to sweep me all the time. See, I feel like your comments were part of why I stopped, because I know I wasn't really feeling it, but then it was I knew every trainer battle that I fucking did was just kind of turned into a miserable experience. I'm all for difficulty, but every single trainer does not need to be, every single trainer doesn't need to be a mid-boss. Now, that said, chat, I'm going to turn it up a bit. I believe Platinum Kaizo is now out, and Platinum Kaizo now exists. Sorry, I'm not reading the Bonica lore. I have less than 0 interest in playing Platinum Kaizo, just in case you were wondering. I've played the other 3. Do you like spices or sweets? What the fuck is this? What? Honestly, I'm a spice kind of guy. What? Who's that? Let's begin with your name. I guess I'm this clown. I'm always Renko. Who was I in the original playthrough? Was I Maribel? I was Maribel. Okay, so the original run was Maribel, so now it's Renko's turn. Alright, what's my name? My name is, Jupe. That's my name. Alright. Your name is Jupe? Correct. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since we both were babies. What was his name? His name was, Goo. Was it Goo? Yeah, sure. That's right, I remembered his name is Goo. Yes. Jupe, your very own Bonica legend is about to unfold. A world of legends and dreams. Adventure of Bonica awaits. Let's go! Okay. So, like I said, the last time I played this game, I don't remember what version I was even on, but I was playing in 2020, and like I said, the versions have gone all the way up to, like, fucking 6, updated in 2025. So, what's different? I don't know. No idea. But I'm pretty sure at some point in time, how do I turn this off? Okay, that's good. Stereo. Okay, we're good. There we go. Alright. No, I remember thinking that at some point I would probably play this again. I don't remember when that point was, but now's as good a time as any. We're doing revisits anyway. Oh no! Oh no, what is this? What is this? Mom? It's a post-it notice. If you're confused, ask for help. Oh, R button runs. Wait, what? Oh, R toggles run? Wait, that's fucked up. Wait, I can just... If I press R, it toggles run like the run button from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You can just run without having to hold a button. That is such a pointless thing, but it's kind of nice that it's there. Right? All girls dream of traveling. Yes, yes. Professor Ock. Memo. Write in your memo. Okay. Toggle Run was a pretty good idea. I'm not actually the biggest fan of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I think that's just because of Johto, if I'm being honest. But Heart Gold and Soul Silver had a number of aspects to it that I understand why people have such high regard for that game, to the point where they would consider it the best Pokemon games ever made. Johto pisses me off. Johto pisses me off with a shitty Pokemon selection, weird level curves, bad movesets, but like otherwise the whole Kanto stuff is really cool. I wonder if any music got updated in this game. Go! Go, let me think. That's right, I told you to come. Here, Jupe, Bonica here. My favorite is Black and White 2, personally. I like the story in the Gen 5 games, I like the music, and I like, not so much a lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon, but I love the art of the Gen 5 games. And Black and White 2 I just really enjoy. That said, in Black and White 2 specifically, I think Hugh is a very weird character. Not weird in the sense that, like, his story doesn't make any sense. Weird as in that he doesn't look like a Pokemon character to me half the time. I'm leaving. Hey, don't go away yet. I don't need a greedy like you. I'm mature. Go ahead and choose Goop. I'm Jupe. Alright. So we can choose Snide. So I remember. I started with this liar. Okay? So, if you don't know, the puppet play dex is a little different, or the type chart is a little different. These guys are Faith, Reason, and Heart. This is the Heart starter. This puppet learns one Heart move at like level 50. One. And it's not even accurate. So this, if you choose this Bunny, it's basically a Reason type without stab. So it was, and I kept her. I kept her the whole fucking game, and I don't know why I did. Or I can take Alice, who is the actual Reason type. And Alice, so chat, does anyone remember, like, which puppets I have and haven't taken? I'm pretty sure I took Snide before, and I boxed her. I took you, and I just complained about you. I don't remember if I ever took Alice. I used Alice and Platinum. Well, what haven't I used is the question. Genuinely, like, what have I not used in a game at this point? Well, I'll take Alice for now. I'll take Alice for now. Wanna give anything to Alice? No, you can't improve on perfection. I'll take this one then. Goo took Grayson. See, and this is now I have sabotaged his team. My Bonica looks a lot tougher than yours. Yeah, only if you fucking Advent it, you piece of shit. Advent Racing is a motherfucker of a Pokemon. Alright, Alice. Serious? That's fine. Doll Wall, so that's Rough Skin. Oh, IVs are visible. Okay, alright. I hate that, because now I'm gonna judge the shit out of my puppets. So my Alice has 16 special attack, and 22 special defense. She has 2 speed and 1 defense. She's, so, I don't know why the numbers are blue and red. I don't know why they're colored, because the nature is all equal. Not Iron Barbs, no, Rough Skin. Rough Skin. This is probably fine. I could sit here and roll, like, forever, but honestly, it's okay. Say the most important, least important stats. You mean, like, the base stats? I have no idea. Maybe the numbers, maybe the color of the numbers indicate the base stats? Because I know that Alice, like, Alice is defensive, but also there's different forms with different shards, so, like, you can't really judge it based on the Chibi form anyway. The neat thing about the evolution shards is you can basically, it basically means that when you catch, when you catch a puppet and it doesn't really have great stats towards one thing, you can spec into a different form that better handles that stat. Now that doesn't always work, but it does kind of give some variety possibilities, which is cool. All right, Jupe, time for a battle. All right. All right, get him with a Bonica. Okay, so I take 4 and I do like 1. Because, you know, I have, like, no defense. Alright, I might lose. Okay, I might lose this battle. Get a crit. If Alice crits... Oh, no, that did 5. Come on, get a crit. It's gonna do 5 again. Uh-oh. Come on. Get a crit! No! It's important to get to know your Bonica thoroughly. What? There's a tutorial here for going into the Pokemon screen? I didn't know that. There's a list of your Bonica, Jupe. Open this, check skills and moves of your Bonica. You can choose here if you want to choose an item on one. I didn't know that fucking happened. Anyway, I'm using my free potion. Keep your eyes on your Bonica's HP. It will fade as the HP drops to 0. I didn't even know there were fucking tutorials at this point in the fight, dude! You got anything else? Tell me, Professor Oak? No? No? Nothing? No, there's no running from a trainer Bonica battle. Damn, alright. He's got words. He's got words. You! Why would you do that? He's trying to end this in a fucking double KO. Lowering the foe's stats will put you at an advantage. Stop talking. Alright. Nuzlocke over. My Alice lost. Why? My Alice lost because her attack stat is miserable. Miserable. Alright? Miserable. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Bonica. Okay, I'll make my Bonita battle to tough it up. Okay. Alright. Jupe, raise your young Bonica. You know, Jupe, I was watching that battle and I saw you used a potion. Like, really? A potion? Dog. If you're using potions in the first battle of the game, you might not be cut out for this line of work. I'm just saying, you might want to go back home right now. Like, alright, damn, bro. Ain't that serious. It's just a fucking little, it's a pound fight, dude. Just never meant to be that big a deal. You gotta battle against Goo. I wish I could have seen that. Me too. Alright. Welcome to Route 1, boys. I don't have any Pokeballs. Sorry, Bonica balls. Sorry, Miko orbs. Sorry. No, that's actually correct. Hey, look, I got a potion back. There you go. How am I supposed to enjoy this Pokemon playthrough without a Nuzlocke? True. See those ledges? It's a bit scary. Wait, why are there... Oh, God. Rat. Can't escape, Alice! Oh, no, 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 no. You can't be getting cornered by a rat. You can't be losing this battle. I don't have any balls. It has occurred to me that perhaps Alice was not the best choice. Alright. Alright. Give me some speed, EVs. What the fuck are you doing here? Run along now, nothing to see here. Get lost, twerp. Okay, alright, fine. I'll just fucking be on my way. Another rat. Another rat. Look, man, there's no guarantee I'm even gonna keep this rat bastard. Get it? But, like, don't kill me. Okay, come on. Okay. Even if it crits, I live. Alright, we're good. Whew. GG, tough matchup. Alright. Alright. I got places. What the fuck? Why, hello there, young twerp. Is that a new Bonica you have there? It looks like it is, Jesse! Oh! This bride looks like they've just started. Their clothes look fresh and clean. You're one unlucky little twerp having a run-in with Team Rocket on your first day. Well, life is life. Come on, James. Let's take her Bonica. Let's go, Orin. I'm gonna die. Wait, I'm gonna lose my Bonica. Jess James. Wait, I'm gonna lose my Bonica. They're gonna steal my Alice because I don't have any fucking HP because I lost to rats. Good thing I had another potion, otherwise this game would be over again. Alright, we're having a smack battle. Woo! Yeah. I don't remember these guys being present on Route 1, but I do remember them being present in this game in different areas. I seem to recall, I think it was this game. I think it was this game, but one of the Jessie, like, her character loaded on the map and it didn't deload properly, and I remember I went over and talked to it and the game exploded. The game exploded and it was very loud. I don't remember. I think that was this game. Like, it entered massive corruption mode. Like, you'd think the game would be like, oh, I can't do that. But no, the game actually just fucking shit itself hard when I try to talk to that NPC. Did this twerp just... I think she did. You got lucky, a little brat. Next time you won't be playing so nice. Oh, trust us, you'll be in for double the trouble. Alright, bye. I can't believe I got jumped on Route 1 and could have lost. Trainer tips. I almost got my fucking Alice stolen from me, dude. Sunny is fire, Luna is wind, and Star is water. Okay, Sunny is amazing. Fire grass type, best puppet in the game. Luna, mixed attacker, ass. Star, I don't remember what Star does. I'm sure she's fine, but Luna is actually ass. Sunny, however, Sunny is a fucking, she's a goat, alright? Fire grass is kind of hella good type combination. Meanwhile, Luna is electric grass, but she's a mixed attacker, so she can't fucking kill anything. She's not even fast enough to get a hit off sometimes. She just dies instantly. Terrible. I don't know about Star though. Star's water grass. She might be defensive, or she's I don't know. I actually don't know. I used to Star in puppet dance performance, but puppet dance performance is different from puppet play, of course. But no, I had Sunny in the World Link one that I played, and she was it's just energy ball flamethrower, dude. And then the rival had Sunny because that were the 3 starters, and I picked Luna, and that motherfucker was a menace, straight up. The sign is faded, for real, on God. Dozed off, had a weird dream about Doremi eating my dream. What's a Doremi? I don't actually know. I don't think she's in this game, dude. Cool big building. Maybe I just picked the wrong Luna. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know. The rival battle is good until pewter, so let's do the parcel event. You know how it goes. I don't think there's anything specific here I need to keep in mind, so let's just head back. Then we'll get some Bonica balls. And then I will catch my very first Bonica. And he will be stronger than Alice. The strongest, perhaps. World Link was the one where things actually evolved by level, and they had their final form was the EX versions. How's my old Bonica? It's doing great. Yeah, I had a Sunny and it was actually goated. And that's why I took Luna in the next game, and it turns out Luna was ass. And Luna just made everything harder because fucking the rival took Sunny. And Sunny was a fire type, so she fucking murdered Luna. And everything else in my team got outsped in flamethrowers. I was like, what the fuck? The art book. Jupe and Goo. We have some great fucking names here in Pallet Town, don't we? But I mean, what do you cover a paladin if not easy orbs? If not Jupe and Goop, right? Throw an easy orb, and it won't always work. I can't throw an easy mode. I play Touhou. I can't use anything involving the word easy. Come on. I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. Fuck you. Here's my art book. Wow. Magician who grew up in the magical realm of Makai specializes in puppets. Oh, there's the base stats. Look at that. 70, 70, 70, 50, 80, 40. So even defenses and high special attack. She has, I don't know what shield is. I assume it's like filter, but Doll Wall is rough skin. Can I see your stats too? Nope. Catch for more information. Okay, so if you catch them, you get their base stats. That's cool. I got my easy orbs. Alright. Well, speed was never an issue with Alice anyway because she's a defensive wall. That I already knew. She's a defensive puppet by nature, but she does have forms that can spec into special attack and speed. I can't spec into special attack and speed. I mean, I can spec into special. I can be a special wall. But there's no, I can't turn this Alice into, like, Dog Alice. Who's fast, like Mewtwo. Alright. Let's get catching, I guess. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself. Time to... What? Don't eat that. No. What the fuck? Well, great. Now that you've eaten that, I don't get it. Easy orb. Hey, Maji. Easy mode, though. It's just that easy. Lives around Misty Lake. She's a caring personality, but still enjoys pranks. She's 1 foot tall. Yep. That's Dayose. Okay. Tokiko. I'm currently filling... that didn't even do any damage. I'm currently filling the party. With some easy captures. That's all. Do I get EXP for catching? No. An Indian yokai that enjoys reading books, sometimes seen at Koidindo. Yeah. Alright, so this doesn't enhance off of the previous version, because the previous version made it so EXP was granted upon capture, which means no increased shiny rate, which means, bad game. Bad game. Alright. Thank you, nurse. Where are we going? We're going over this way. Alright. Alright, we're going over here. Can we find something good? No. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot I have that because of Battle Network. Ha ha ha. Cat. Level 5 cat. Okay. Alright, okay, alright. Anything else in this? Whoa, Jesus! Anything else in this grass that could be worth getting? Alright. I mean, I could just turn on a cheat that makes every Pokemon shiny, just so we can see the shiny versions, but a little late for that. Twin-tailed cat yokai specializes in dangerous black magic. I'd rather just have some kind of patch apply that just makes it so the shiny rate becomes kind of high. Just so there's a chance of seeing them without just turning the entire game into them. Alright. Alright. What are we doing? Well, let's take a look at our IVs so we can judge the shit out of puppets we're not using. Alright, good idea, streamer. Alright, ready? Brave nature. Wow. That's attack up, speed down. As you can see, her IVs are actually kind of insane. Except in attack. Good. Bold. That's attack down, defense up. That's kind of sad to see. But that's alright. Gentle. That's terrible. That's not good. I mean, the speed is great, but the attack is really bad. And the fucking nature just makes the defense lower. The speed is 0 HP. This Pokemon cannot survive a fucking breeze, dude. Alright. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna take me and my Alice. We're gonna go. Alright, Ma! We're gonna go! I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna beat up this Bonica bastard. And he's gonna take my money. And I don't have any potions. And I should probably buy some Pokeballs. Or a potion. Because I'm gonna need it. No. Wait, I have to catch you. I have to add you to the team. The roster. Oh my god. Alright. Join. This is why having knowledge of your IVs is bad. Because... What? You're a rat! What are you doing? You can't do that to me. Get in the fucking ball. That's like a 2% chance to come out of the fucking ball there. balls! What? He crit me again! Okay. Alright. That was the giant rat, alright? That was the giant rat. Fucking failed that one. That's incredible. That's just simply incredible. I don't even say that about that one. Alright. Give me 10 of these things. And give me 1 potion. I might need it. Just give me 1 potion. That was the best fucking Nazarene in the game, and I failed to catch it. So that's just great. It crit me twice. What was I supposed to do with a fucking Nazarene that crits me twice, dude? Huh? Huh? What can anyone do to that? Oh my god. Oh, I know you're not in chat saying this is a Gen 1 game. Oh my god, I hope you're not in chat saying this is a Gen 1 game. I hope you're trolling. Oh, I hope you're trolling. Oh, please tell me you're having a joke at someone's expense. Oh, please! Say it ain't so! Alright, Alice. I need you to solo goo right now. Do it. Do it. Find me a freebie. I have a full team of 6 rats. Hey, Jupe. Forget about it. Alright. What? You got a Gussie? Where'd you get a Gussie? Wait, can I even hit you? Oh, intimidate? Fuck off. Wait, are you a water ghost? Ghost or water? Oh, that's a ghost move. Oh my god. Beast is super effective. See? It highlights green! It tells you! Oh my god! It actually fucking tells you! That's so nice! Thank you! I cannot fucking tell otherwise. Oh, Jesus. Alright, it is currently defense curling, and the worst Chen you've ever seen, it's actually not that bad, is winning! Winning! Whoa! She did it! Alright. You know what? Stay in, Rayson. You know why? You know why? Because I'm gonna hit you with a tail whippy. Okay. Get him with a tail whip. Alright, Chen. Fallen soldier. Fallen soldier. Bye, Chen. You will be forgotten. And now the real star of the show comes out. That's why is that neutral? What? I thought that'd be resisted. Why did I do no damage? What? I tail whipped you, you son of a bitch. Oh, fight me on equal terms. I'm gonna use my potion. I'm gonna use my potion. This is ridiculous. Dude. I'm using my potion. You can't stop me now. Don't stop me now. Okay, alright. GG, tough matchup. Tough matchup, dude. Tough matchup. Alright, okay, alright. Without that potion, I never would have survived. Okay, there's my size shot. That's resisted by heart, just so you know. Aw, you just lucked out. Yeah, I kind of did. Alice has been crit 3 times. Quit dawdling, get a move on. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get a move on. Where are you going, streamer? Oh yeah, there might be like a cool item over here that I can pick up, you know? And it'll be like, wow, you got the crazy endgame item because we put it here because we didn't think you'd come over here and look for it. Only truly skilled trainers. You don't even have the boulder badge yet, you fucking twit. Get out of my face! Alright. Okay, bye. Dude, he's so rude. He's so rude. Oh my goodness. Oh, please leave and never come back. Please have something to do for the rest of your life. It doesn't involve being here. Oh my goodness. Does anybody possibly have any idea that of the encounter table, perchance? Just in case there's like a crazy 1%er or something. Like that I could get. I mean, I need to go catch a rat, so I guess I'll go do that. It's not like I'm gonna find it on the first route. In Puppet Dance Performance, there's a 1% encounter in Route 1 for a shimmy. Is shimmy any good? I don't know, actually. I've never used shimmy, and none of our characters in the game actually have her. There we go. There's the boss rat. Shimmy is one of 2 characters in the game that has like an actual size difference to one of their forms. The other being Suika. She turns really small. She also has the ability Miracle Mallet, which is basically huge power, but it works for both physical attack and defense. And obviously to compensate stats like that, or to compensate abilities like that, their base stats aren't very high. Unless you randomize abilities and get that ability on a different puppet. Which is exactly what I did. I got huge power on a puppet with 140 base attack. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. That puppet was killing everything. Oh, you have an item. Gimme. Green UFO. I think those are heart scales? Quiet nature. That's bad. Dude. Dude. If it just... any other nature, dude. Any other nature and we probably would have been fucking fine. Alright. 30 IVs on a negative natures. That's pretty bad. Well, I guess it's still gonna be the Alice show for the next forever. Now I've had my coffee. What's that red box? Yep. 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 He's gonna show me how to catch a Weedle. Or a Shizuha. Alright. He's got a potion. See, everybody who's anybody's got a potion. 1 orb? This guy broke as fuck! I remember when I was a kid and I tried to use the Teachy TV to create Missigno. Sometimes you don't know any better when you're, like, stupid. I was like, you use this old man to make Missigno appear. Maybe the TV he gives you will do the same thing. And there was no Missigno. I failed. Monika Gym is always closed. I wonder who leader is. Good question. I've had my coffee. Are you filling your art book? Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing great. Alright. Do those guys have, like, text if they somehow fail the capture tutorial? Or is it even possible to fail the capture tutorial? Like, if you randomize the capture tutorial, is the encounter... like, I have questions. Questions that people don't have answers to, or maybe do. Alright. The right document, what version is this? The latest version of the game, which I think is 6.8D. Or something. I cannot run from a level 4 Daiose. Wait, why is that black? Why is that blacked out, but it was neutral? I thought it meant it would be resisted. Huh? Why is the text black? Stab. Oh! That's what that means. Okay. You know, it would be nice to have a legend for that. You know. Misty! Alright. Sand attack? Oh, we're gonna be here all day. Yep, there we go. What does this go up to? I think 13 plus Cassin, if I remember correctly. Also Kokoro, I think, is here as well. Oh, wait, you might die if I hit you. No, you won't. Alright. Maybe things were added retroactively, I doubt it. But if you want a game with all of them, Heart Gold and Platinum have that. Oh, by the way, Ty, since you're here, it's a ways off, but I would like to play the Heart Gold one again. I don't know if you've made any changes or adjustments to that, but if anything, I'd like to ask for a shiny patch again, like you did with Platinum, because that was fun. It was cool to see the shiny versions of the puppets. A simple-natured sparrow you'll often heard singing late at night. Alright. That's my bird. This is my bird. She's dying. Jolly, is that good? Diva, encounter rate increases. Hey, so Jolly is great if your speed isn't 3. Can you do it for this game too, or is that something that you don't have the ability to do? I don't know if that's like I'm annoyed. None of my puppets are good. All of my puppets suck. They're all bad. Oh man, Gen 1 and its consequences. What, IVs? No, IVs were Gen 3. It was stat experience in Gen 1. What the fuck is stat experience? Nobody knows! He won't believe in them? I believe in a lot of things, but the numbers don't lie, my guy. When you have a puppet that's supposed to be fast, and they have a speed IV of 3, they're not gonna be fast. And you know what a puppet that is supposed to be fast has as weaknesses? Frailty. Guess what happens when your fast puppet doesn't go first? It dies. Guess what happens all the fucking time in these games? Your opponent's IVs are better than yours, so you just lose. If you're trying to use hyper offense, you need actual perfect fucking speed. Otherwise, you're just gonna get outsped by things that otherwise wouldn't outspeed you because your IVs are poopy. So that's why you have to play. That is actually one issue I take with ROM hacks. Is specifically the hyper offense type Pokemon usually eat shit because they are extremely reliant on their speed stat being good and allowing them to actually play. Otherwise, they're dead weight 90% of the time because the enemy's Pokemon are going to be better than you stat-wise. And it's fine for cases like HP and defense and a little attack, sure, but for speed, it is actually detrimental to a Pokemon to a point where they are actually unusable. Oh, Jupe, I'm glad I caught up to you. I've been asked to deliver this. Here you go. I already have running shoes, but thanks. Press the B to run. Why did he give me running shoes? I already have them. Dear Jupe, here's a pair of shoes. From Mom. Like, I already had these. Every speedy Pokemon has that problem. Weavile has that problem. But puppet games, it's especially egregious because... Oh my... Holy shit. The fuck? Why'd I go so fast? I came here with some friends to catch some Bonica. They're all itching to get in some Bonica battles. Hey, Jupe, how are those running shoes? Me, I'm here to check the local Wriggle population. Okay. You enjoy that. It's the Three Fairies music. Sunny Milk. Unironically, this is one of the best puppets in the game. Like, I'm not joking. Alright, into the bag, Sunny. No exaggeration. It is, in fact, for real, for real. Alright. A sun-loving fairy, she becomes weaker if it's cloudy or raining out. Her name is Cloudy Milk. Or Rainy Milk. Nope. It's Sunny Milk. Alright, so we're looking at fairies and Boog. There's Luna. The worst puppet. Diabolically bad. Whoever designed the stat spread on this little bastard hates Luna. Scratch. I'm gonna put it in the ball. And we're gonna look at his stats. And it's gonna be the best one. It's gonna be the best one. Cluna. Yes, a fairy that's become stronger when the moon shines in the sky. She is the Among Us. Alright, back to running. Solo leveling streamer? Yes. Yeah, I'm solo leveling my Alice right now. It's not my fault the other puppets all blow chunks. This is gonna be the one. The world is my oyster. I'm gonna catch a Nina. What? Will Touhoumon Heart Gold have Nina? Nina Waratari? I don't remember her fucking name. Can I catch the clam girl? Why would you want to? It's not about whether I want. What are you doing? Stay in the ball. It's not about whether I want to. It's about whether I can. Alright? Just like get rid of some fucking puppets nobody cares about. Alright? Get rid of all the other puppets that nobody cares about. Thin the decks. Thin the decks for the sake of having the Nina clam. Alright. Unlike Sunny Milk and Luna Child, Star Sapphire's power isn't affected by weather or daytime. Who would those be? I don't know. I don't know, dude. Don't ask me. Do I look like the ROM hacker? I'm the ROM player. I'm the guy the most opinionated who has no business being as opinionated as he is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why were you so difficult to catch? Oh my god, I can run. Thank god. A free potion. Never hurts. That's why you never have too many Miko orbs. Hi. Hey, you have Bonica. Come on, let's battle him. Get rid of some of the fucking stupid ass, like, 5 magic stones. Who fucking cares about 5 magic stones? Get rid of them. Just get them out of there. Tori? Who the fuck want Tori? Get Tori out of there. Nobody want that. I want to go catch Ubami. I want to go catch Ubami Chirizuka. I gotta put her on my team. I'm gonna beat the game with the team of the lowest popularity characters in the entire series. Actually, I wonder about that. How do you think a game would go? How do you think a game would go if you tried to run it and you use the bottom 6 Windows characters as your team? Do you think those puppets would be good enough to win? You could do the inverse and do the top 6. But you'd have to use, like, you'd have to use Ubami, Urumi, Nemono, Sanyo, Eika, and I think Takane? Either Takane or Misamaru. But yeah, your team would be ugly. Your team would be ugly. But you know, if it works, right? Okay, let's go check those fairies, and I'm gonna go heal. So, see, Takane was originally like in the bottom 5, but Ubami was like she debuted in the bottom, so she pushed somebody up, and I think it was Takane. Team of mature ladies. Eika, Ebisu Eika. She is the opposite of a mature lady. She is the inverse of a mature lady, actually. Right. We're going to go to the PC. Eika's awkward like that. Alright. A cherry fruit. That's not really that great. No. Put you down. Alright, let me see. Bold, that's not the bad, but it's not good either. Oh! What? The greatest Sunny you've ever seen? Of course. She's going on the team. Alright, Bold ain't that great, but, like, she's a special attacker, and she has perfect speed. Perfect speed. That's incredible. Alright. Mild nature. Yeah. And adamant nature. Oh, what the fuck is this? Ew. Attack Sunny's mixed base is special with 95 instead of 10. So Sunny is going on the team. Sunny is on the team. Welcome to the team. Luna's going on the team because she has pickup. Alright. There we go. She's on the team because she has pickup, and she's gonna grab some random items from me. Alright, Sunny. So, I don't know what Sunny's other forms are, but I know that EX Sunny is what, like, I had E Sunny irregularly. So this regular Sunny, I imagine E Sunny is probably Attack Sunny, but I don't really know. Either way, Sunny Milk is gonna be doing some damage, alright? We gotta do some damage here. Maybe if Misty wasn't a fucking dog shit stats, she'd be on the team. But no. Sunny and Alice. This is it. Luna's pick up and not the fairy specialized in finding objects. Yeah, but Luna just picks up cool rocks. Because rocks are cool. You got a problem with cool rocks, dude? What the fuck? Yo, you can't jam out if you're a Bonica trainer. What? Wait, I can't? Doug. Wait, this matchup's impossible. I'm out. Get me out. Alright. I cannot defeat a level 7 star. It might have water gun. Why I benched Mistia? I benched Mistia because she had like a 3 in speed. She had a really, really bad speed IV. So I'd like to reiterate that the reason I don't like when the game lets me see IVs because this is how I get. This is how I get. Enter the eugenics phase. Only the upper echelon of Bonica can enter this party. Welcome to the team, Sunny. Ooh, I don't know. It doesn't look like you're actually capable of greater things. Well, into the box with you. I'll go find someone who is capable of those greater things. Toodaloo! It is forbidden knowledge. You know, I'm actually of the opinion that IVs are, like, the game could probably benefit more without them. I don't know how divisive of a topic that is, but IVs are such a massive pain in the ass that I'd actually rather they didn't fucking exist at all. EVs are good. I think EVs are a great idea. IVs, however, that shit kind of sucks. I get what the point of them is, hence why they're called individual values, but that shit is locked in from second one, and you can't do much about it unless you're in a post-game and a newer game. And at that point, it's just like, okay, whatever. But IVs are such a pain in the ass for playing the game regularly because you can't do anything about them, and if you know about them, then it's just like a miserable experience. But also, again, for ROM hacks are kind of expecting you to be using good pogies, and sometimes you need a pogie with actual stats. I missed. You need a pogie with a certain amount of IVs, or even EVs. Now, the Kaizo games turn EVs off, which I thought was an interesting choice. There are IVs in those games, but there's no EV system. So, that's something that's kind of awful. Granted, IVs only really apply for the newer games. Not that I know much about Platinum Kaizo, mind you. Maybe everything has 31 IVs anyway. Who knows? The easiest way to understand IVs is to think of it like this. Let's say for example, your puppet has a base stat of whatever. I don't really know base stats off the top of my head, but IVs are basically an additional 31 points to a stat based on. So let's say, for example, you have a puppet who will have 100 in a stat at level 30, for example. If they have 0 IVs, they'll have 100 in that stat because they have no value towards it. If they have 31, they will have 131 into that stat. Then you have EVs, which EVs allow you to pump, I forget actually how many stat points do you get to pump into an individual stat with EVs? Is it 50 or some shit like that? Surely not. No, it's definitely not 50. What the fuck is the maximum you can pump into something with EVs? Is it 20 or 30? I don't know. Now, I don't think IVs are exactly 0 to 31. I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they are. Essentially, 1 IV point is equal to 1 additional stat on what would otherwise be the flat. Plus EVs. But EVs can't carry everything. So, a bad IV stat means you're giving up a lot of points. So, for the Mystia, for example, with a speed IV of like 20, you're giving up 10 points of speed, which is pretty not good. But with an IV stat of 3, I'm effectively giving up 25 points of speed. That puts me down a whole fucking base stat bracket. Like, I'm now slower than puppets that have a lower base speed than me. Like, that's not good. That's not good at all. I don't remember the exact amount of stats you get from EVs. I know how EVs are. You have 500 and you have 512 or 500. Yeah. Right? Yeah, you get 512 and you can put 256 in each stat. A maximum of 256. Man, it's been a while since I've done any of this shit. I might be wrong on this, actually. So, usually, standard spreads are 252, 252, and then 4, because you get 1 additional point. But then there is min-maxing EVs, which min-maxing EVs comes from... min-maxing EVs comes from, like, meta. Basically, you know what is popular in the meta, and you are specifically EVing Pokemon to handle other Pokemon in that meta. So that's when EVs get a little more specific. Gen 3 has a lot of that, because you'll find a lot of the same Pokemon, but some of them will run very specific EV spreads designed with like being able to handle certain matchups. Basically turn like a check into a check. Like there's a Skarmory. Skarmory is very, very weak to being trapped by Magneton, but there's a Skarmory set that is basically designed just to kill Magneton. That's it. That's all it does. It effectively gives up. It effectively gives up being a defensive Skarmory just so it can kill a Magneton that tries to trap it. But the thing is, that the only thing that Magneton is really doing on the other team is trapping that Skarmory. That's why Magneton is so good, because it can stop Skarmory. But then you're using your defensive Skarmory to kill the Magneton. It's like, ha, gotcha, bitch. But it's like, now your Skarmory is kind of worthless, because you spec'd it to be able to fight Magneton, and that's kind of it. It's funny. Going off max stats from EVs on neutral nature, EVs add 63 to a stat at level 100. Okay, so the amount it adds at level 100 is a different thing. My general range for estimate understanding is 50. Level 50 is where I understand it. I know, here's the only one I can tell you. A Pokemon with 130 BST, when maxed out IVs and EVs, will have that stat reach 200 at level 50. And genuinely, that is all I can tell you. That is all I can tell you. I don't know level 100 stat spreads, like, at all. I'm only really familiar with level 50 ones. Look at a 32 for 50. Interesting that it's not just a direct split from 64, huh? I guess it's because it's doing 31.5, but it's rounding up? Or doesn't everything in Pokemon round down? Oh, we're gonna be here a while, it seems. I'm pretty sure everything in Pokemon rounds down, doesn't it? Because that's why a Pokemon with an odd number HP can switch in on Stealth Rocks and live on 1 if it's weak to it. Because the odd number will roll down. I think the only thing in Pokemon that actually rounds up is the Life Orb. Now, again, you might have to correct me on that, and this is Pokemon we're talking about, so I know someone wants to. Go ahead, by all means, I'm inviting it. But I'm pretty sure the only thing that rounds up in calculation is the Life Orb. And that's because, you know, the Life Orb is, why are you critting me all the fucking time? The Life Orb is designed to get as much damage as possible out of a Pokemon. So it makes sense it would round up. You're losing, streamer. Yeah, I am. Holy shit, she missed. Finally, the one fucking sand attack that I did. And she finally missed her sand attack. So, hold on. I have a question. So, regarding 31 IVs, does that mean that, like, at level 50, you're only receiving about 50% of the maximum amount your IVs could give you? Is that what that would be? So, like, if you have 31 IVs and you're level 50, you're basically getting 15 or so, 15 to 16 points into that stat at level 50. And at level 100, you're maximizing at 31. I'm assuming that's how that works, seeing how EVs kind of are split in half. So, in other words, if you're looking at level 100, you're looking at close to 100, like with max IVs versus with EV training, you're looking at about 100 points difference, which that's a big number. 100 is a pretty big number. Now, it's not exactly 100. It's more like 94, but, you know, we're rounding around here. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that IVs are usually a detriment because they're not trainable, and if they are trainable, it's like in a late game situation with a rare item, or it's well, actually, chat, for those of you that played like those difficulty ROM hacks like fucking Radical Red and shit, do they have IV trainers? Because I have to ask, at what point do you just, like, make it so every Pokemon just has max IVs anyway? If you're going to just put an NPC in the game that's just like, hey, you want max IVs? Here you go. You've earned it, big boy. Like, at that point, you might as well just remove the mechanic in general and make it so everything is on an even playing field. But part of the challenge, you may say, is using Pokemon with shitty IVs. And yeah, I guess that's not wrong. You could argue that using puppets with Pokemon with shitty IVs is part of the challenge, but if you had the option to not use shitty IVs, like wouldn't you? Would you willingly use shitty Pokemon? I mean, you probably would if you were trying to prove a point. Had an option at the start of the game that turns them off. Okay, well that's something. But you see though, right? Like, because in games like Radical Red, for example, I assume, is that the way that game works is that it wants you to constantly try to build a new team to fight the next big boss. The game is not expecting you to run the same team the entire way through. It's expecting you to constantly switch up your team. So if a game expects you to constantly catch new Pokemon and switch up your team, and it's running fucking individual values, that's a pain in the ass. Because now every fucking time you have to change your team out, you gotta make sure it's got enough stats to min-max the operation that it's required for. I assume it had rare candies too. Now, I have another question for you, chat. Have any of you ever done or watched somebody do the Kaizo Iron Mon? Are any of you overly familiar with that? I ask because I'm not overly familiar with it, but of the few times I have ever watched it, I don't understand. I don't understand why people do it. I don't understand why people watch it. I don't understand it. What is the appeal to it? the way I see it, they play the game on speed up. Like, they get a Pokemon, it's all random junk. It evolves like every level, and they just play the entire game at like ×3 speed and just hope that they don't run into a bad matchup? It's just content. Yeah, but it's not good content. That's the thing. It's not interesting. It's like a slot machine. Where's the strategy? It's just everything in the game just has random moves, random abilities, and your starter changes to a different Pokemon like every level. And you just hold forward and hope that you don't run into any walls? I don't get it. I don't know why it's so popular. It's huge. But I guess the same could be said about Nuzlocke. Though admittedly, Nuzlocke have reached a point where they're kind of streamlined. The last time let me tell you the last time that I watched a Kaizo, not a Kaizo, sorry. The last time I watched a Nuzlocke. Here's what the Nuzlocke was. ×2 speed up, rare candies for levels, game audio muted, streamer playlist, and the majority of the stream was damage calcing, team building as loosely as you can with Nuzlocking, damage calcing against every individual trainer coming up, and then once they've kind of calced the whole fight, they run in and speed up, do the fight, and then that's the stream. That's it. That's what Nuzlocking is. Now, some content creators that don't really play Pokemon, for them, Nuzlocking is just, you know, old-fashioned, play the game, but, like, the high-level Nuzlocking stuff is, it's not a game anymore. It's a math problem. It's honest to God, it's a fucking logic puzzle. It's a logic puzzle, but it's not a game. Like, Nuzlockers aren't playing the game anymore. They're doing logic puzzles. And they're seeing if it works in a game format. The creator of the Ironmon challenge made it up specifically to avoid the Nuzlocking stuff. That's crazy. Thank you for the raid, Christian. I have seen that you are playing Pokemon XD DX Director's Cut. I don't think I would be able to play that game. I played XG, and XG was actually pretty damn good. However, by the end of XG, I must admit, I got very tired of some of the things the game started throwing at me. And I've seen what the game is throwing at you in that one. Why is that Cyndaquil levitating, brother? Is Base XD good? Yeah, Base XD is a great game. Base XD is a great game. XG is great. The DX looks cool, but I think it makes a couple too many changes for me to really want to get into. But I also am I'm a little weary of it. Just had a Mew with Shadow Parasol. You see what I mean? You see what I mean, right? You see what I mean? Like I know on your stream you're probably not gonna say anything. You're not gonna say anything mean. You're not gonna say anything rude, and that's fine. You don't have to. But that's the kind of shit that happened to me, and I'm calling that game bullshit. Alright? I'm calling that game bullshit. I'm getting mad. I'm throwing things on. I'm glorp shitting, alright? I'm angry. There's no way you made a move that's just, haha, perished, fuck you. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's illegal. You can't do that. But no, like, I liked XG quite a lot. The thing I like the most about those hacks is that even though they give the opponents a lot of really dumb shit that they can use, You as the player are allowed to use equally dumb shit. Like, in XG, I had a Mawile, and they gave Mawile huge power to replicate the Mega. So I had a Mega Mawile, essentially, with a held item slot, which is great. I had a Clefable, Fairy-type Clefable. Her name was Big Pink. And she was a survivor. She was a liver. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, here we go. And I'm burned. Oh, come on, hit this. But no, I saw, oh, nice hit. I saw the Charmander with Absorb and Storm Drain. I saw the Cyndaquil Levitate. And I was just like, okay. Like, what's happening? Clefable is a hilariously unimpressive mon. Until it's not. You know? Like, when you look at Clefable's stats, you're like, this Pokemon's kind of mediocre. And then you use it, and you're like, wait, this Pokemon's kind of the greatest Pokemon to ever, like, terrorize the game. Is there a free potion in here still? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. In the original game, that's like a one-tile thing. It was exactly the stats it wants. That's the crazy thing, too. Is like, Clefable was not a Pokemon in anyone's radar until it got Fairy typing. But when it got Fairy typing, people were like, wait a minute, this Pokemon kinda good. And then Clefable usage shot up in Gen 4. And then Clefable became a staple Gen 4 Pokemon despite still being a normal type. That's crazy. Oh, by the way, Christian, while I got you, before you go, are you free this week, maybe? Or maybe next week? Or what, a time that's free? Because Lethal got a big update with new creatures and shit. And it just went out of beta, so it's live now. So I want to do that. I want to do a Lethal. There's new stuff. And I haven't played that game in like 50 years, so, you know. Where'd he go? He left! He's gone! Alright. I think the worst part isn't the ballast, the lack of flavor. Well, I mean, next week? Okay, give me a date, and then I'll see what Andrew's working, and we will check out the new Lethal. Oh, also, I don't know if you know, saw as well, but RE5 got a randomizer. I think it got a randomizer back in December. I don't know if you've looked into that, but that would be a good excuse to play RE5 again. I didn't want to bring it up earlier because RE9 was like right around the corner, but you know, RE9 is old news. RE9 is old news. Nobody plays that garbage anymore. Fuck that. All right. Okay, all right. So what are we gonna do here? We have 2 puppets. Like, we have 2 puppets we're using. Momiji set, bow bow. A Bonika's an outsider, so it's finicky and hard to handle. An outsider is a Bonica that you get in a trade. Grows fast and ignore unskilled trainers. Only we had a boulder badge. I don't like when abilities get changed too much. And that started with Emerald Kaizo. I got, like, actually mad when I found out that they gave Dragonite Thick Fat. You get it working? Okay. Well, I'll have to look into it. I have no idea how to set it up, but obviously we both need to figure out how to set it up. We both need to figure out how to have the same settings so there's no desync issue. But, it's probably really janky, but who cares? It's a fucking Resident Evil randomizer. That'd be great to try. I'll look into it when I get the chance, which is, who knows when that'll be. Monday. Okay, I'll see what Andrew's saying, and maybe we can do some Lethal next Monday. Because there's 3 new creatures, a whole map overhaul, a creature came back, so technically 4 new creatures, because the last time we played, one of those creatures got removed because everybody was complaining about it. So there's a lot of new stuff that's worth checking out. It'll be a good time to play that. That'll be good. I'll look into RE5. Maybe somebody else knows more about that than I do. Chad, I've seen RE9 speedruns. Man. Neat game, but I'm telling ya, I'm telling you, the speedrunners for Resident Evil games, I don't think they're having fun. Like, at all, actually. I don't think anybody who actually speedruns Resident Evil games actually actively enjoys speedrunning them, because they all sound like they hate the game. It's actually kind of, like, sad to watch, because it just reaches a point where, like, single 2-second time save goes wrong, and then they enter full fucking, like, glorp despair, game sucks mode, and it's just like, man, like, I'm not even really having fun. I'm not really even enjoying watching this, because every single, like, frame that goes wrong is just like a fucking introspective moment of the streamer's entire fucking life, like, life's decisions that led to that point. Oh, I don't watch Pokemon speedrunning. Pokemon speedrunning, nah. Alright. Bye-bye. We have plans now. We have lethal plans. Cinema. Should I go, Wait, you have fighting types, right? I think you do. Leader Brock, the rock-solid Bonica trainer. You want to dream big? I wonder, actually, did any of you play, Grand Coliseum? So, XG was made by the same guy who made Grand Coliseum. I don't know if Grand Coliseum was ever properly finished, but it was effectively that, like, Coliseum's version of that. The thing is, Coliseum is kind of a... Coliseum is an experience. I feel hard-pressed to call it a game. You know? Grand Coliseum buffed Letty in the exact way I've always seen it buffed, so I had zero interest. What, you mean you don't like when they give it Iron Fist, they give it an attack stat, and they let it learn moves? What else do you want? What the fuck else do you want from Ledian, my guy? Ledian is living the hardest life imaginable, and you're over here complaining about it. Bro went to the gym, and you were like, I'm not impressed. Okay, alright, fine, don't be impressed. Some Pokemon are allowed to be bad. But no. Pokemon shouldn't be allowed to be bad in a game where there's a finite number of Pokemon you can use. That doesn't make sense. There's only like 48 Pokemon you can use in the game. Actually, less than that. There's about 45 usable Pokemon in Coliseum, and you deliberately want some of them to be unusable. What are you doing? Ledian learns moves, just bad at using them. Why does Ledian have a massive special defense stat? Seriously. Why does Ledian have a massive special defense stat? I do not like when they made Ledian just Heracross. See, yeah, okay, you're right. You are right about that. I agree with that. I agree with that. When they just turn the Pokemon into another existing Pokemon, it doesn't stand on its own. However, why is this thing not attacking me? Counterpoint. Counterpoint. There are a lot of Pokemon that are just inferior versions of other Pokemon. And some of these Pokemon come out in the same generation. Do you know what a Dugong is? Do you know what a Dugong is? Okay? Alright, now that we've established what a Dugong is, do you know what a Lapras is? I want you to look at the differences between Dugong and Lapras and report back. Report back and tell me. Dugong is great in Stadium 2. I believe that. I believe that because that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I legitimately think the only thing that Dugong has over Lapras is that Dugong learns Aqua Ring. That is it. I think that is the only thing that Dugong can do that Lapras cannot. Meanwhile, there is a laundry list of things that Lapras can do that Dugong cannot. Dugong also has 5 more base speed. Okay, I'm asking. I have a genuine question. Can you think of a single instance where that matters? Like, actually, can you give me a single fictitious, albeit believable scenario where Dugong being that much faster than Lapras matters? And thick fat. Okay, yeah, I guess it does have thick fat, so it can handle those neutral fire type attacks and resisted water, ice type attacks. You're right. You're right. Now it Omega resists ice. If you even think of hitting an ice beam on Dugong, that motherfucker ain't going anywhere. General, you can get a Dugong before you get a Lap. No. 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 You're wrong. You're wrong. That's the scary part. You're wrong. You get Seal in Seafoam Islands, which requires Koga's badge, which requires beating a team of like level 39 and 40 poison types, surfing down and finding a Seal, or you can get a Lapras from Silphco after beating your rival with honestly the same levels actually. So, you know. Anyway, point is, I don't even know what the fuck to catch a Seal in any other game except for Gen 1. But I know you get a free Lapras in Gen 1. And I also know that when you get Surf in Gen 2, if you go to Union Cave, you can catch a Lapras on Fridays. So you can get a Lapras in that game too. What about Gen 3? You mean the game we're playing right now? No, streamer, this is Gen 1. Oh, of course, you're right. This is Gen 1, I forgot. Anyway, you can still get a Lapras in Silphco. And guess where Seal is? Same place, same time. He's always there. Love that guy. Love that guy. Chat, genuinely, where do you catch Seal in other games? Shadow Seal, no Surf, and XD. Shadow Seal appears... That's the guy before Snaddle, right? I forget his name. The guy before Snaddle, right? He has Shadow Seal. 7 Gen 3 is not a good move. No, it's not. It's not. You know what's funny about that is that Surf, on paper, sounds better in Gen 3 because it doesn't hit your partner. However, because it doesn't hit your partner, it gets the 50% damage reduction. Oh my. It gets the 50% damage reduction on spread moves. Earthquake doesn't because it hits a whole field. Now, here's something that's interesting. In Gen 4... Oh, that burn might be huge. In Gen 4, Surf hits everybody, but Muddy Water doesn't. Muddy Water is not as good as Surf, of course, but Muddy Water, as rare a move as it is, still only hits the opponent's side. Did you just full heal? You can't do that! What? You can't do that! That's not allowed. Oh my god, nice dodge. Huge dodge. Burn him again. Alright. Seal's post-game in every game besides Kanto and Johto. They hate him. They hate Seal. Seal was a mistake. Shadow Lapras is on the last guy before Greevil, yeah. He's also got a Shadow Marowak and Solomon's. Did he have a Shadow Manectric, or am I tripping balls? Alright. Why are you faster than me, you fat fuck? Seal since Lapras comes at level 15. I thought Lapras came at level 25. Karate Chop. I mean, the fossils in Gen 1 came at like level 5. And at that point in the game, good luck. A potion. Get him. Come on. Hit yourself. Hit yourself. Oh, nice. Huge miss. Massive miss. Alice, I don't think you've scored a single crit, but you've been crit like 7 times. Seal is earlier in XD, but Shelter's not much later. Where do you get a Water Stone in that game? They're about 30 in RBY. And 5 and... Oh, really? Okay, I mixed that up. I mixed that up, then. Don't heal again. Dude, max confusion turns? That's crazy. And it hit itself? You're the best. You're the best trainer in the game. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Which one of you bastards has sand attack? Fuck. Only you? Alright. Get in there, Sonny. We're throwing sand. I'm dead! Oh no! Okay. It ain't over till it's over. Okay, if Alice dies, I lose, but that's okay. My ear! Okay, if I roll confusion and she hits herself, she explodes. Come on. Come on. You're dead. You're alive. Oh my god, Alice, the thick lady! How much did that do? That did 16. Oh! Hold. No. 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 Live! No! Alright, Chen. No! One turn! Illegal! You can't do this to me! I earned that victory! That was mine, bro. Karate chop. Unnecessary. Dude, if I didn't click growl, I would have won. God damn it. God damn it. Goodbye, team. Okay. I lost $104 on that. Well, there's not really much point to doing much else, is there? Yes. You should buy some potions. That's not really gonna help me. Okay, alright. Okay. Let me see. So Sunny can't get an attack in on Yuki. So we're gonna run right back in there and do it again. That's what's gonna happen. Yep. I'm doing it again. Well, I can't buy? Oh man, that's embarrassing. What do I sell? No. No, there's nothing to sell. Man, I'm hungry. I'll eat later. I got home, I took a nap. Oh boy. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm probably not gonna have a run go nearly that well again. But I have no other ideas other than to just throw myself at this. So I'm gonna sand attack him, so I can do that. Hand me the keys. Sir, the keys to the kingdom are right here. Yes. Oh, chat, I got another email about my content protection. This time, on behalf, the copyright claim is filed in satisfaction of the requirements of the Berne Convention for and on behalf of the legal owner, the orchid, Orchard. Whatever. Which is Sony. We have discovered that your YouTube channel is distributing audio-visual material that constitutes an unauthorized use of works owned by the legitimate rights holders. If this isn't addressed within the next 1 day, will result in us proceeding with a takedown notice with YouTube. This will lead to copyright strike on your channel. Additionally, we keep all rights available to us by law to enforce our rights to protect our copyrighted work, including the right to recover damages per applicable copyright law. To see the full details of the copyright claim, take the next steps to navigate a portal. If that link isn't clickable, copy and link into your browser address bar. Please confirm. Oh my god, I got 1 fucking day and they're gonna get me, dude! 1 day! It's over for me. What if this is real? How could it possibly be real? It's structured the same as the other 3 that I have gotten. I will say, though, they changed it from 14 days to 1. I'm gonna find out tomorrow if I've been illegally distributing Sony protected material on my channel. I would love to know that. Please enter your home address and your bank account information. Punitive damages! We will get our reparations. Question, how come this fucking thing just keeps hardening in front of me? Why does it not attempt to hurt me? Oh, now it does. Was the secret to this entire fight just click side shot? Oh, you can full heal confusion. That's actually good that you did that, because it means you won't do that if I landed on Yugi, which I'm aiming for. Alright. Yugi. Alright. So you're gonna howl 3 times, and I'm not gonna lose a fucking turn to click and growl. Ow. Glad we never fixed this audio bug, huh? Yes. Yes. Yeah, Blue Kaizo NPCs have unlimited... important battles had unlimited full heals. So basically, full heal... status conditions were basically... Oh, nice crit. Were basically a way to get a free turn. They didn't do it for confusion, though. Aurora Beam. Alright, that went well. I took you for granted, so I lost. Gen 1 doesn't full heal confusion, no. Well, I mean, I don't know if it does, but the AI wouldn't use it like that. But yeah, because in Gen 1, the AI picks its move after you, which means they'll also just fucking use potions. Like, after you hit them. Like, damn, that hurt, alright. Haze, well, Haze did a lot of things. Or maybe it didn't do enough things. Hard to say. Alright, team. We did it. I don't know what else to say other than that we're the greatest. So now I should probably buy some more Pokeballs because we're going to the cave. I might have to catch some guys, you know. Oh, he gave me big money, dude. Huge money. Wait, where's my Premier Orb, you fucker? I bought 10. Alright, whatever. It's game time. Alright, we'll make the save. It's only in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, but this is Gen 3! That doesn't make any sense! Excuse me, you looked at me, didn't you? Yeah, I have an eye in my ear. Las. Oh, good old Gen 1. Nothing beats that. Peck? Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Consider the amount of damage you're doing and take a step back. I'm still only using 2 Pokemon, but that will change once I get a Pokemon. Alice, all you do is get crit. That's it. All you do is get crit. Now I have an ice move. Not very many ice types in this game. But I am like 3 minutes away from getting up and turning my oven on because I'm getting hungry and it's starting to irritate me and I have to stream for another like 2 hours minimum. This is unbelievable. I'm gonna do it. See, I have this issue where when I get home, I'm not hungry, so I don't eat, and then when I when stream starts, then I get hungry. Why is that?
Somebody explain it to me in 5 words or less.
I was gonna talk about something and I forgot what it was. I think it was related to a video game, though. Uh-oh. 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 Streamer. You're... Get the flashcards. You're running out of topics. I don't remember. I don't actually remember. I feel like there was a game I wanted to talk about. It wasn't RE9. Though I enjoyed RE9. I thought RE9 was cool. I didn't play it myself. I thought it was cool, but honestly, gameplay-wise, it didn't look better than RE4. Now, obviously, that's only applying to the Leon sections. But, like, I also think RE4 Remake is, like, one of the best games that Capcom ever made. To be honest with you, it's one of my favorites, for sure. I just don't think the combat at 9 is as satisfying as RE4's combat. It's just not. But maybe it's just because it's balancing 2 different game modes. They can go crazy with it. But I also think the zombies for Leon are really boring. Like, the zombies for Grace are cool. And then Leon zombies are just, like, really lame. Going back to Raccoon is cool. But, like, the Care Center was... The Care Center was probably the best part of the game gameplay-wise. And then the Raccoon City section was just... was more like, that was more appreciated just for the nostalgia and the references. More than the actual, like, section itself to play. But that's just the opinion of some asshole who didn't actually play the game himself. Which I'm sure you're very used to hearing, because you're on the goddamn internet. Hee hee ho ho ho. Oh, actually, chat, did any of you check out the Mario Wonder DLC? I'm curious about that because that came out a while back, but from what I heard about that, that was mainly focused with, like, multiplayer-based stuff. I didn't see anybody play it. Okay, that is a move. I didn't see anybody play it, but, like, I saw people were playing it. There's a DLC, yeah, for Switch 2. There's a Switch 2 expansion DLC. They've been doing that for a lot of the games they've been kind of enhancing up to the Switch 2. Now, that said, we're waiting on a Direct. We're waiting on the next Direct, which we will probably see sometime close to the summer, because they want to start getting their holiday season lined up. Because, the Switch 2 currently has no games. Haha. Let me finish that thought. The Switch 2 currently has no games coming out, except Tomodachi. Tomodachi Life comes out soon. Its demo's out, right? That's coming out. They had all the Koopalings as unique bosses, which the original was lacking. I'd argue that the Koopalings are the farthest thing from original bosses you can get, but that's, you know, that's my cross to bear. Tomodachi Life's on Switch 1, though. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You're right. You're right. So, there's rumors of an OOT remake. We know that Pokemon Wind and Waves is in development for the Switch 2. And we also know that that game isn't coming out until next year, which is actually a really interesting thing, because usually these games come out at the end of the fucking year they're announced, so they always feel rushed because they are rushed. However, Champions, I think, is coming out soon, and I have no idea what's going on with that game because I don't play competitive, but, well, I just hope that it's not a miserable experience for those that do. And then I also secretly hope it is for the people who have a bigger ego than they probably should because they play fucking Pokemon competitively. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Point is, they showed off Gen 10, and it's coming out next year. So that's not set for Switch 2 this year. That's the important thing here. Champions is tomorrow? What? No way, really? Champions comes out tomorrow? There's FE. Oh, fuck, you're right. There was an FE game announced at a Direct like last year, wasn't there? Fuck, does anyone remember what that was called? It was like a Coliseum, right? It was like a Coliseum. April 8th. Man, I don't want to fucking play Pokemon Champions. I want to play Kane's Expanding Classroom. Fortune Weaves. Do we know if that's Switch 2 exclusive? Okay, so what is Switch 2 exclusive right now? What is Switch 2 exclusive right now? Is it just DK Bonanza, Mario Kart World, and Pokopia? Is that it? Kirbo? No. No, Kirby's on Switch 1. Kirby has additional content in Switch 2, though. Pokopia is Switch 2, yeah. Yeah, I did say that one. I said World... Oh, Air Riders. Yeah, you're right. I forgot Air Riders. Air Riders is also Switch 2. Man, that game looked fun, but I just didn't want to buy a Switch 2. Mega Dimension ZYX, whatever the fuck it was called, made me so sour that I didn't want to buy one. Thing is, at this point, I will probably only buy a Switch 2 if some crazy game gets announced or the next Smash Brothers comes out. Because, I don't know about you guys, but Smash Ultimate is kind of in a state where the game is, frankly miserable to play in any competitive format because the characters that are really good are just, frankly, miserable. So, yeah. Switch 2 had a new Hyrule Warriors. I didn't know that was Switch 2 exclusive. Are you sure that one wasn't also on the other one? Metroid Prime 4 was on Switch 1, and that was probably because the game was announced when the Wii was alive. I don't know what we're gonna get. We're definitely gonna get a Smash Brothers for this fucking system, because why wouldn't we? Ultimate Online is miserable. Yeah, but Ultimate itself is kind of miserable now as well. Ultimate was fun. It was fun for a long period of time, but, like, again, look at the characters that are good. And when you look at the characters that are good, you do kind of, like, these are the characters you have to fight the most of. And they're just not that enjoyable to fight. You have fucking cornball characters like Game & Watch and Rob who look stupid but are good. And then you have characters that don't even let you play the game properly, like Kazuya, Min Min, and Steve. Like, these characters, you see them often because they're good characters, and you're just not playing the same game against them. Sonic is always good. Sonic's not as common. There's a really good Sonic player that you see in high level, but Sonic is not as common as a character you see just kind of out there. Steven is a very common character. Steven is probably the most common character, and the reason for that is simply because Steven produces the most results relative to the amount of time put into them. That's kind of how that one goes. A move that makes... You know what? I'm gonna get rid of Tackle, because Tackle sucks. I don't like when characters like Game & Watch are, like, good, because characters like Game & Watch are supposed to have goofy animations and be funny, but they stop being funny when you get hit by, like, the optimal shit, and the optimal shit is, like, you got Fagiglio'd. Like, oh man, he hit you with the fucking fishball scoopy poopy. 13 times and you took 50, and then he hits you with the oop toop, and you can't get on the ground, and now you're at 90. And it's like, ha, that's really funny, streamer, but it's not, because you're not engaging in gameplay. There's no engagement. You're just getting hit by a silly looking move, but it's actually a really fucking good move frame data wise. And you're just like, this isn't funny. Like, oh, here comes Rob with the spinny twisty arm man move, and it's like, haha, he spins, and then it kills you at 40, and you're like, what? But I thought that move was supposed to be funny. No. I mean, it is funny, but it stops being funny really fast when he just fucking kills you with it, and he has a true combo into it. That's the kind of shit that happens. Characters with goofy animations aren't really meant to be good, because then it's not, you know, they're not really funny anymore. It's not really funny when they're fighting with the frame data of like a serious fighter with the animations of a joke character. It's just, it becomes annoying. And it makes it so when you watch these characters win, you roll your eyes. And that's what Steve does. Steve has a bunch of fucking stiff-ass animations, but all the shit he does puts other characters to shame. Puts them absolutely to shame. So when you see him gonna kill you, just roll your eyes, because you're like, man, that wasn't even cool. You know who's cool? Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon be jumping at you, hit you with a backhand, doing flippy kicks, and he fucking knees you in the gut, kills you at like 70, and everyone's like, my god, this is the coolest character since sliced bread. And what's Steve do? Well, there he goes, hitting his pickaxe on the ground. Yep, he sure is. And then he's swinging his pickaxe in the air. Oh! And for some reason, that back air has the same kill power as Falcon's knee. And is infinitely more safe. And a disjoint. And he be pressing that button. Oh, and Steven takes the game. Steve wins. And it's like, yep, okay. That's how she be. Everybody knows that characters become a lot cooler the worse they are in the game. The better you are in the game, the more boring you become. Now that said, I've always found it kind of weird that some people like actively want like others to win or people to lose just because they want to see somebody else win. I get rooting for the underdog. You want to see the guy who's less likely to win pull off the victory, of course. But it's really weird to me when it's like the only thing you care about is that the guy who's winning stops winning. You just don't want him to win anymore because he's won too much. Fuck this guy. Let somebody else win. And you know what causes the biggest wave of new winners? Dumbass characters. That's what causes the new wave of winners. When these fucking idiot-proof dumbass characters show up in the roster, and suddenly everybody is a top-level threat. Oh boy. You don't know how good you have it until the meta progresses. You know that? Early meta be like, oh man, look at these two bruiser-type characters who like actually have to engage and fight each other, and they're actually like they're fighting, dude, and it's exciting, and you're watching these high-level matches of like Rushdown versus Brawler, and it's like, man, this game's awesome. And then you look at the current meta, and top 8 is Zoner, Hit and Run, Steven again, Game & Watch. Like, unironically, you could go look at any top 8 in the last, like, 3 big tournaments, and you'll probably see Sonic, Game & Watch, Steve, Rob, Snake. And if you're lucky, you'll see a cool character in there. But otherwise, the vast majority of those top 8 spots are cornball characters that you don't want to watch. You don't care anymore. Top 64 is where the excitement is, because top 8 is where cornball fights cornball. Here's winners finals. It's Steve versus Min Min. Oh man, check out losers semis where it's Steve versus Game & Watch. And the winner goes on to losers finals to play either Steve Min Min or Steve Steve. And the winner of that goes on to play Steve Steve or Steve Min Min. And that's going to be the next 40 minutes of your life if you choose to watch. Now let me ask you, do you choose to watch? What would you do if you were watching your favorite Street Fighter game? And then you're watching, and it's Ryu versus Ken, and they're throwing fireballs, and they're jumping in, and they're parrying, and they're playing the game, man. They're playing the game. They're playing Street Fighter the way Street Fighter was meant to be played. And then, fast forward 3-5 years, and what's Grand Finals? Grand Finals is Guile versus Guile. And they're both just crouching. And that's your game. That's your game now. Your game is he who moves first gets flash kicked. So I'm not gonna move. So we're both gonna hold down back, and we're gonna Sonic Boom, and no one's gonna approach. And that's your game. That's your game. Is that what you want? Is that what you want from your video game? Now, before you say yes, please consider you have to actively play these games to have a real opinion on this. Okay? If you don't actively play these games and you say yes, then I think you just hate people having fun. You're a fun hater. Me? I loathe fun. I've never enjoyed fun in my entire life. Every time I've ever played a video game and experienced any form of joy, I immediately slapped myself across the face, because that is the real feeling you get when you play video games. Alright. If you didn't enter Glorp Despair mode because you missed a jump in 1-2, if you didn't contemplate all of your life's choices because you accidentally touched a Spiny in 3-3. I don't know if Lakitu is in 3-3. Why are you level 14, man? How am I supposed to keep up with this shit? Whatever. Sonny, you can't flinch to a wing attack. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, come now. Come on now. Listen, man. I'm just saying, speedrunning is a cool thing to see, a cool thing to watch, but some people, when they speedrun, are like League of Legends level miserable when they're doing it. They become so miserable that it's like, it's hard to even enjoy it as a spectator at that point. Like, this dude clearly doesn't want to be here playing this game. Do I really want to be here watching him play this game? There are definitely, like, speedrunners that I have watched and stopped watching just because, like, they're really good at the game they do, but then they make one mistake and they just enter maximum depression mode. Because they lost a frame, dude. A single frame. Run's dead, game is shit, game's really bad, garbage game. Didn't get my fucking pixel perfect glitch in the game that lets me walk through walls the way the developers intended, of course. So this game is so bad, but here I am. Every day I wake up 9 to 5, I come in here, I stream for you ungrateful assholes, and you just tell me reset, and it's just like, it's like, man, I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna go watch a questionably mentally stable woman pretending to be an anime character instead. That's what I'll do. And suddenly it all makes sense, doesn't it? It all makes sense right there. Right in that moment when you realize, you look at what you can be watching, and you look at it. You see the episode of Family Guy? You ever see the episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy goes back in time and he talks to his dad and he tells him a horror story about how in the future there will be thousands of channels but nothing to watch? Man. Like, they were correct on that. They were really correct on that. They were definitely talking about TV, though. Chad, have you ever doom scrolled YouTube? Have you ever doom scrolled Twitch? You just scroll through YouTube and you just get all these videos that are just desperate for you to click them. And you're just like, man, I'm not gonna click any of these. Ever. You can doom scroll anything. You can. Usually what happens is like I'll scroll looking for something because I'm like eating. And then I find nothing. And then I close the app and I'm like, man, that was a waste of time. I don't think there's anything here. Alright, let's go in the cave. Wait, can I buy a fish? Let me buy a fish. Hey, kid, how about a fish? A sea satori. Yeah. 500. Cool. I don't give refunds. You knew what you were getting. I did. He took all my money. He took all 2,000 of my dollars. That satori better be shiny. It's not. Alright. Naughty nature. That's like almost good. Lax nature. Ugh. Oh. 2,000 dollars for that. Hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna go turn my oven on because I am getting really hungry and I don't think I'm gonna survive. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I have completed my duty. Actually, chat, to back up, I actually meant to ask, but, how much information do we have on Pokemon Champions? I grabbed a snack while I wait for the food. How much information is known about it? There's been skepticism about it. About, like, how many Pokemon you're allowed to have on there for free or some shit. But I don't know the details. I've seen some videos pop up from VGC players saying they're gonna use it. You get furry. It's free, but you have to pay for inventory space. So you can put 30 Pokemon in there for free. Isn't that kind of low? That seems kind of restrictive, don't you think? There will only be full Evo Mons and Pikachu. That makes sense. I doubt they want to incorporate, like, lower tiers, because they don't work on those tier systems. Sumai is always inside her bucket. It's often seen in dark places such as caves or wells. You can keep a lot of Pokemon, Pokemon home, just rotate them out. Is that how it works? No Ivies. What does that mean, no Ivies? You mean every Pokemon... everything is just maxed out. Because when everyone's special, no one is. Okay. That's a Ruma. Can't set them manually. See, that only really matters for hidden power. The only other time that matters is for... Oh, you love tape. Is for speed control, because you want Pokemon to be slow for certain things. Or lowering a special attacker's attack to 0, just because you're min-maxing confusion damage. Okay. I'm missing a trick room. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So, speed is something that usually matters for that. Chalvin wanders around at night, creating a blob of darkness to further obscure herself. Give a nickname to Ruma. We'll go see. I hope she's good. Oh, fuck. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? I'm at that level of hunger where I, am really looking forward to eating. You know that? Foul play is important with that. It can be. It can be. It's not the most important. Because, you know, I'm not really sure how much of a calculation difference it makes if you're hitting a Pokemon that's weak to foul play that is a special attacker anyway. I couldn't tell you. That definitely does matter, though. It does matter to an extent. We'll see. So EVs exist then, right? EVs have to exist, but IVs all just automatically being maxed is interesting. EVs and Pokemon you acquire in game are randomly maxed in 2 stats instead of distributed freely. Don't know how it is for Pokemon you transfer over. Oh, so you can get Pokemon in the game itself. But wait, what about the extra 4 that could go in a random stat? We're double paired here. I'm staying in. EVs can be easily edited. Oh. Okay, so you can min-max with EVs then. Cool. I think most people's question about champions, aside from, you know, if it's gonna be good, is whether or not it will be able to replace Showdown, and if it drives a legal action towards Showdown. Showdown existing for as long as it has been, you know, pretty great for it. But who's to say Game Freak doesn't just be like, alright, here's our battle simulator. Now take down yours. We are no longer asking, right? I think it really depends. Because you know Nintendo is not bigger than that, right? Like, that's a very real worry to have regarding this. You do need the Switch Online subscription for it, so it's not free then. Let me tell you a story of what I learned about fucking subscriptions. When I got a PlayStation Vita, I got it with a memory card because the internal system for that system was terrible. And I also got a 1-year PlayStation Plus. That was like $450 altogether. This is old, long time ago. That's a lot more nowadays. Anyway, I got PlayStation Plus. I got Binding of Isaac Rebirth for free. It was free on PlayStation Plus. I was like, wow, the benefits of being a member is awesome. I got a free game. And fast forward, my PS Plus membership runs out. And I go to play Binding of Isaac, and it no longer works. I got the game for free because I was a member. It was on my system. And then my fucking Vita was like, oh, you're not a member anymore. Well, you don't get to play this game anymore. You're gonna have to member back up. It's like, why are you in, like, why do you have internet access right now? Why are you looking into my system and seeing I don't have a PlayStation Plus and telling me I can't play that? You only get it free if you have that. But I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? At that point, I'd rather just buy the fucking game. It's cheaper to buy the fucking game. Anyway, my oven went off. I'll be right back. Chicken is in the oven. Alright. Okay. Basically, I learned what a subscription service truly was, and I was not happy with it. So then I stopped getting PS Plus entirely. I had no idea they were going to do that. Games might be released on phones to drop Unite. It is going to be on phones, yes. It will be on phone. They mentioned that before, that it was going to be, because of connectivity with mobile and Switch, so you don't need the Switch. But I guess you still need something. Some kind of plan, huh? Serious. Quite the defensive wall. Not bad. Not really great in other places, but this thing can take a physical hit. I'm gonna take her with me because she can definitely learn Will-O-Wisp. So you're coming with me, kid. All right, what about you, Ruma? Relax? That's not good. Is there a Rumia form that works well with no speed and no defense? Or is this bad? I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's speed minus nature and low speed. I don't remember what Rumia's. Rumia has an assist form, doesn't she? Is that a fast one? Let me know, actually. That might be usable. Like a slow, bulky attacker is possible with that Rumia. But anything involving speed is no good. Base Rumia has high defense and 60 speed. All the others are fast. Isn't that kind of sad? Doesn't that just kind of make you want to cry? Hey, we got a bucket. Okay, alright. We do have a Kasume who's kind of decent, actually. Alright. She could be very handy. She's a physical wall that can learn Willow. She can set up a lot of things. Sunny can also Willow, but Sunny kind of dies, even if it burnt up and burned. She's also part water. Fire water is a weird type, but it works. It works well because even though she's weak to ground and I have another fire type, like Sunny is part grass, or will be part grass. You gonna catch a second Ruma? I am gonna catch a second Ruma. Just in case. That's favoritism at its finest, boys. You know, speaking of Unite, do any of you guys play that? That game has been that game has been alive for a long time. I don't actually know what that game entails. Like, at all. Used to? Why'd you stop? Was it? It's Pokemon LOL. I mean... I know. I know it's Pokemon. I know you type League of Legends, but... Just, it was very easy to read that message like an asshole. Alrighty. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's keep going forward until we have to leave. LOL. What a beautiful day. Tay. You're weak to fire, yep. It's Pokemon League of Legends. Well, was it good though? Was it good at first and it became bad, or was it just a matter of like you played it because it was new and you were like, what the fuck are we doing? Or did you play to a point where the game got insane? I mean, have you seen Fire Emblem Heroes? I think Fire Emblem Heroes recently just got its first, like character stat cap. Nice, there you go. Like, a character in Fire Emblem Heroes has actually hit 99. Like, how much further can you take that game? Seriously. It almost makes you wonder. Explode. That'd be so funny. Okay, that's fine. That's good, they put gacha for stats. No idea how it is now. They put in gacha for stats, really? I thought they were cosmetics. Yeah, I've never seen gameplay outside of footage from, like, Pokemon Day. But admittedly, most of the Pokemon Day presentations I've watched, I don't watch them live. I wake up and I scroll through them. I don't think I did that for this one. But I did see Wind and Waves early because I was like, I don't know when the Direct is live, so I searched Pokemon Day presentation on YouTube, and immediately I was bombarded with people streaming like, the new Pokemon Gen 10 Wind and Waves release leak, is it true? Find out right now. And that was like every single fucking recommended stream when I was just trying to find like the stream for the presentation. I was like, oh, cool. I guess everybody knows about these leaks but me. Cool. Like, fuck off. Quiet nature. Oh my god. Why are all of my Roombas like this? I don't need fucking money to buy more Pokeballs. I should have bought Pokeballs with motherfucking Satori. Why'd you take all my goddamn money? Kyoko. I'm never gonna find a shiny dude. Come on. It's full odds. It's full odds you never find it. You never find it in here. Quackama should be in here too, but... well, I mean, there she is. Hit her with a spooky move. Ba-boom. Got her. No, to back up the topic okay, I didn't mean to kill her. To back up the topic to, potential direct stuff. As I said earlier, there's a... there's a potential rumor for OOT remake because Zelda Anniversary. So I found a shiny Reddit star Emerald Kaizo. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I also found a shiny Smoochum while I was grinding off stream. I caught it and used that. Aside from OOT, I don't know. What do you think Nintendo's big holiday release is actually going to be this year? Like, we had DK last year, right? Mario Kart was last year. Like, what is the big game gonna be for this holiday season? Star Fox? Well, yeah, Star Fox is potential, but do you really think they're gonna bank on Star Fox being their system seller for the holiday season? I don't think they have any faith in Star Fox at all. A 3D Mario? I don't know if a 3D Mario is in the cards. Just because the Odyssey team is the one that developed DK, right? So it's like their main Mario team is not gonna have another full-length game out in the next year, right? Can release around GT6 coming out. Yeah, but what can you do about that, right? Can't do much about that. When it comes to big system sellers, you got to think of the big guys, right? You got to think of the big guys. Zelda's definitely considerable as a big guy. I will give you that. And OOT is also, you know, OOT is also OOT. The question is, how much of a remaster is it going to be versus reimagining? I think the only real, like, full-scale game we could possibly see is, I'm not gonna say Smash Brothers, maybe Sploot 4. You guys want to play Sploot 4? Metroid, we're gonna be lucky to see a Metroid game ever again. Metroid 4 Prime 4 did not do well enough, and that is, Nintendo has been looking for a way to get rid of this, like, get rid of Metroid for fucking years, man. Didn't Sploot have a spinoff? I don't know, dude. I don't play Sploot. Never got into that series. Do you think we get a new Curb? Probably not, because Air Riders technically is new Curb. This is ridiculous. I'm just trying to hit it with my MB. Yeah. In the ball with you. No, Dread was great. Dread was a phenomenal game that reviewed well and sold great. But I'm saying that Nintendo doesn't give a fuck. They hate Metroid. Their opinion on Metroid is like somebody in the company actively fucking hates that series or something. That shit gets no good publicity and no good acknowledgement, like, ever. They hate that shit. The only thing they hate more than Metroid is F-Zero. That's because it directly competes with their Golden Goose Mario Kart. And it's not different enough that they would, you know, like Kirby. Kirby gets a pass because it's Kirby. What about Pikmin? Chat, when was the last Pikmin game? Wasn't Pikmin 4 like 4 years ago? Do you think Pikmin 5 is already around the corner? 2023. Oh. I hope the next Pikmin game is not like Pikmin 4 in the slightest. I really do. Pikmin 4... I think Pikmin 4 might be contender for one of the worst games in history to replay. I know that sounds overly dramatic, but... no, I think that's pretty fucking accurate to that game experience. There are lots of games that struggle with replay value, but usually it's games where a lot of the reason you play it is because it's all story, and once you know the story or the puzzles and whatever. But even then, you can get replays out of that to re-experience them. I've replayed Phoenix Wright a couple times in my life, for example, but I don't think I would ever want to play Pikmin 4 ever again. Try to pick Pikmin 4 with the last updated new difficulty. I do remember that. I do remember that. They made a random free update, and they made a spicy mode that was not, like, terrible, but it didn't really make me want to play Pikmin 4 again. That said, Pikmin 2 is great. I have played Pikmin 2 numerous times in my life, as well as numerous ROM hacks of Pikmin 2. Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 are timeless games. I don't like Pikmin 3. I'm sorry to say. Pikmin 3, I actually don't like very much. But Pikmin 1 and 2, I fucking love those games. I love those games so much. That old Pikmin, that shit was mean to the player. That shit was genuinely mean to the player a lot of the time. That's fine. You did your best. I ask for no more. Seen as a series that no one has played, which in Japan is probably true, sort of inverse of NES being included back in the 64. Well, I mean, there was that whole thing about Super Paper Mario, right? Where there was like an interview or something where they said that people's reaction to the story of Super Paper Mario was so like non-existent that they just decided to turn Paper Mario into fucking Sticker Star. But I can't help but feel like that one's not fair, because I doubt they really talk to people. It's like, we selected a group of 10 people who actively hate Paper Mario, what their thoughts on the new Paper Mario was. And they told us they hate it. So we surmise that this reflects the opinions of everybody in the entire world. As a result, Paper Mario is now going to be turned into Sticker Star. Ow. Pikmin 2 before post-game area is good. I don't disagree. I think the post-game area is good for Pikmin 2. It's fine because it's post-game. You don't have to do it. But it is unbelievably asshole level design in a vanilla game, which is really funny. I'll be right back, chat. That's the oven ding one. Be right back. I'm coming home. I am Glorp. Okay. I'm back. Pikmin 2 can be cheesed with the saving on every floor, so you can reset whenever things don't go well, of course. But yeah, post game and Pikmin 2 is very mean design, which is kind of surprising how mean a design it actually is. This shit hates you. Oh, there you are. Punch-Out's actually one that's really hard. Punch-Out is a game that doesn't pull any punches. Like, pun intended. That game's hard. Like, that game's insane to me because it'd be like, here's Glass Joe. It's like, wow, you barely lose. And then Von Kaiser is like, all right, yeah, you're fine. But like, Disco Kid, he might get some hits on you, and then you get the King Hippo, and King Hippo beats the shit out of you. Like, straight up, he just beats the shit out of you, and if you get by him, and then like now you're getting rocked by Hondo. It's fucked up. Punch-Out is a cool series, though. Punch-Out is a really cool series. I never beat Punch-Out 1. I never played Super Punch-Out, and I never beat Title Defense in Punch-Out Wii, but I did beat the main mode. Alright. Uh-oh, we're dead. Ah! Oh, that was a critical hit that did 1 damage. She sounded like a Gen 2 Pokemon there for a second. I don't remember the name of it. I never unlocked DK. I didn't either. Was it Swinub? I don't know. Saishotto. Her Dex entry is in the National Dex. That's why when I caught her before, she didn't have an entry. She's in the National Dex slot. Well, the first Punch-Out was the weird Virtua one, right? I don't really know what that one was about, so I can't say much. I unlocked everything in Mario Kart Wii. It was a long time coming, though, because I was never good at getting star ranks. I did get Rosalina because of Mario Galaxy data, but yeah, I did get everything. I got all the, I unlocked all the expert ghosts and time trials, and I got the stars required in 150cc. Never starred mirror mode because that wasn't necessary because I already had Rosalina. So I did unlock everything in that game, but it did not happen very fast. I just didn't really understand the star system, and I wasn't good enough to really stay in the lead long enough to hold on to it. Alright, we have 2 more Rumas. Why are you gentle? Oh my god. Why are you quiet? Why do you have 31 speed? I'm gonna shit a brick, dude. Oh my god. It's like... Oh. Can you change natures in this game? Can you change natures in this game at a point in the game where it's reasonable to do so? That speed IV might make this worth using, but it might also not. So I ask you, can you change natures in this game? Naughty nature. This Quackama fucks, but doesn't do much else. Alright. If I know that I can change her nature, I would probably take that one. But like, that is absurd, dude. That is absurd. I guess it doesn't hurt to have her just because I'm not using the other fucking clowns anyway. Alright, come along. 4 of a kind. Where have I seen this before? Alright, I have a team of blonde women. And Kisume, but, you know, that's honorary, I guess. Alright, back into the cave. Get walking. I'm not gonna catch any more Rumias. No more. I've caught enough. I'm saving my balls for shinies now. I'm saving my balls for shinies. Get walking, punk. Hit the road. Oh, I have Rapid Spin. It's a poison type move. Why? Why? You ever have a game chat that you had, like, when you were a kid, but you quite simply weren't good enough to, like, beat it? And then you played it as an adult, and you're like, wow, this game was made for children. Why was I not able to beat it when I was a child? For me, that was technically Paper Mario, but that wasn't because I was bad at the game. It was because I was a fucking idiot who refused to save. I've told this story. For some reason, I got to Chapter 6 in Paper Mario, and I refused to save. I just wouldn't save. I would run by the save block that costs 0 money and be like, I'll save after I do a little more. Then I'd die to a bee, and then I'd have to restart the entire chapter over again. And I did that so many times. And I never beat the game. Never. The first time I beat Paper Mario was when we got it on Virtual Console. Because this was back with the 64. Majora's Mask was the same. Although my Majora's Mask story is actually tragic. The first time I beat Majora's Mask was on Wii Virtual Console. Because I had Collector's Edition that I borrowed from a friend. He lent me the Zelda Collector's Edition. I was playing the game. Alright? And I got the New Wave Bossa Nova. And I pulled out my fish guitar to play the Song of Time, and the game errored. It errored, so I lost all the progress, and I did not play the game again. And it wasn't until I got it on Wii Virtual Console that I would finally beat Majora's Mask. And I can honestly say, I don't think I ever want to play Majora's Mask ever again. That said, I enjoy watching people play it, but man, I think that Majora's Mask has a lot of side quests and main quest stuff that is just frankly fucking abysmally boring, or just not very fun. Yep. That's me. King Hater over here. I will not deny the atmosphere, the story, the subplots. I will not deny any of that. I will say, however, that most of the dungeon music fucking sucks. Woodfall, Snow Temple, and Great Bay sucks. Stone Tower's great, though. But you can't, honest to God, look me dead in the eye and tell me that Frog Choir is a good side quest. You can't do that. I won't believe you. I simply will not believe you. If you try to tell me that Frog Choir was a good use of anyone's time to get a piece of heart, you're a fucking liar. Okay? Liar. You lie. That's all you do. And it's not like how, you know, Anju Cafe, you get the couple's mask, and the couple's mask gets you 1 piece of heart, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that, because the cafe quest also gets you other things alongside it, and it tells a big story over the course of the 3 days. What do the frogs tell you? What do they tell you? She give you a main and a piece of heart. You want to know my main issue with it is? My main issue with it is that 2 of the frogs are in dungeons. And one of the dungeons that they're in is you don't have access to the Don Gero's mask. Don Gero's mask is not gotten until you get to Snowfall. So you'd have to backtrack to Woodfall to get this one frog. And you also have to go to Great Bay to get this other frog. And you have to do this all in one cycle. And frankly, it's just fucking a terrible decision. Any Zelda game that requires you to re-enter a dungeon that you have already finished is bad design. Alright? I stand by that. I do. Zelda games should never expect you to re-enter the dungeon. Never. You should be able to go in there, clean that shit out, and then wipe it from your fucking memory. Never to go in there ever again. Okay? That's how it should be. You know in Twilight Princess on the Wii, they put a Hylian stamp for the Miiverse in a chest that in Goron Mines that you have to go back with Claw Shot to get. Fuck that. You need to be Snow Point. You need to beat Snowhead. Snowhead. Snowpoint is Pokemon. You gotta make spring happen. You gotta collect the 5 frogs. They go ee, and then they give you 1 fucking piece of heart. That's it. Doesn't that bother you? Does that not bother you? What about OT? Quick check. Give me your biggest complaint about Ocarina of Time right now. Give me your biggest Ocarina of Time complaint right now. And see if somebody in chat agrees with it. Or if they tell you that you're stupid. Or that you are skewed issue. Water Temple. I mean, I can just refute that by saying, haha, you're bad at game. Water Temple, not that bad. I played it 1 billion times. You suck, haha. Easy. Hardfield has nothing to do. It just makes you walk. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not an OT fan. It is empty. Breath of the Wild Light, anyone? Breath of the Wild Light? I played OOT later in my life. I didn't play it when I was a child. I didn't play it when I was a young, impressionable child. I played it when I was a, like, close to a teenager. So, yeah. I liked Wind Waker. I played Wind Waker multiple times. Twilight Princess as well. Zelda games are interesting to me because they are games that I like watching and I remember fondly. But if you asked me if I wanted to play one, I would tell you hell no. I have like zero desire to play any Zelda game ever. But there are so many Zelda games that I do not mind watching at all. But if I have to play them, I want no fucking part of that. I don't like Link to the Past. I do not like Link to the Past. I don't. I did not like how obtuse that shit was for navigating. I got lost, never beat the game. Did not like that game. Do not mind watching people play it. Do not like it. So wrong. You're wrong. What am I wrong about? It's not an objective fact. It's a subjective opinion. I don't like the game. I don't like it. I like Pokemon Snap. I take pictures of Pokemon. Most items feel useless in normal gameplay. Don't play Twilight Princess then. Twilight Princess be inventing shit that you use 2 times in the game. And that's it. You don't want to play Twilight Princess if that's a complaint you have. It's funny because all of the fucking dungeon rewards in Majora's Mask are just more arrows. You just get more fucking arrows. So, like, those are always good dungeon items. But Twilight Princess is like, you got the spinner! What's that do? It allows you to grind on walls and activate columns. Wow, how many times do I do that in the game? How many times did he do that in the game? You got the Dominion Rod! You can activate statues! What do I do with that outside this dungeon? What does he do with that outside the dungeon? Oh, I know. We put him in a forced fucking quest that he has to run around with this fucking rod for so he can get to the next dungeon. So what do I do with it after that? Nothing! Masks are the theme and they're used for a greater prize at the end. But individually, they pretty much only give you a heart piece. But then you have the Circus Leader's Mask. The Circus Leader's Mask is quite literally the most useless item in the entire game. It may even be the most useless item in the entire series. Because all it does is... Well, I mean, it allows you to get the Fierce Deity Mask, of course. But all it does is prevent the Gorman brothers from attacking the milk cart. You know, for that part of the game that you only do once and don't do again, and you have to do that to get the Circus Leader's Mask. Oven went off, child, right back. please sit and wait. I have my milk. I have chicken and fries, and I'm ready. You usually want to do a fully finished tournament before you beat Majora. You know, actually, now that you mention that, I remember thinking this before about how, like, you can, you get to Majora by saving the world, right? You save the world, and then you stop the moon on the third day. But once you get all the mask pieces, you can just fast forward to the third day, defeat Majora, and that saves the world anyway, right? But how many things in Majora's Mask go unresolved? She found a nugget? Holy shit. How many things in Majora's Mask go unresolved if you just kind of fast forward to day 3? Right? Like, if you just fast forward to day 3, beat Majora, and Dawn New Day happens, how many things in the course of those 3 days still happens? But, it's preventable if Link actually took action in those days, right? Because, like, the curse on Cafe will break, so that'll be fine. These guys can't hit each other. Grandma gets robbed, yes. Grandma gets robbed, but again, Cafe's curse will break, and he'll be able to run to Anju anyway. And so that will still be that'll be settled. The Zora children, yep. That's another one. The Zora children are still lost in Pinnacle Rock. But I suppose, like, well, the pirates have them, but they'll be able to get the ones from Pinnacle Rock, right? You think the monkey will get cooked? The aliens, yes. Yes, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. I forget her name. The little girl will be abducted by aliens and get fucking a lobotomy. That is unpreventable. Well, that is preventable. Komei stuck in the woods? That's true. She's really stuck in there for 3 fucking days, huh? You could just leave her there for 3 days. And her sister will just be like, where is she? She went to the forest to find mushrooms and hasn't come back yet. Even on the ground, dead. 60 hours. The mummy fire? Actually, regarding that guy, why the fuck did he turn into Gibdo anyway? Wasn't that because of the curse on Ikana? Credit shows certain scenes only if you collect the corresponding mask. Things imply they do it. That things do happen even if you didn't complete the quest timeline. Well, that's the weird part as well, right? Is the fact that when you go back in time, you keep the masks that you got. But, like, that doesn't really make any sense. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, it would be terrible if you lost everything. But how does it work exactly if you have a Keaton mask? And the Keaton mask you're holding is the one that Cafe had. You go back in time, and you have a Keaton mask, but he's still wearing it, right? How'd that work? Stone Tower Temple is a dungeon that I do not enjoy, but I like its music. So, you know. Time travel is always bullshit. You know about the whole Song of Storms deal in OOT, right? How it's a bootstrap. It's a bootstrap theory. The guy in the windmill was really pissed that some kid with an ocarina played a song that made the well dry up. And he teaches you the song. Except the kid who dried up the well is you. After you learned the song from him. After you had already played it in the past. That makes sense. Please do not expect much from a bucket. She can't run. Hi! Is there a moonstone here? Whatever, more milk from me, please. I mean, I'd love to see a visually updated Dead Hand. Dead Hand is one of those things that people talk about, like, with the piano in Mario 64. As one of those things that scared the shit out of them. As a kid, I was not afraid of Dead Hand. I was afraid of Re-Deads. Hey there, I'm not a trainer. I'm here to build a pathway up above the mountains. Walls are sturdy. One day we'll finish this project, mark my words. Great. I got jumped. I was afraid of Bowser's laugh in Mario 64. The piano was not scary. This is coming from the guy who could not play Donkey Kong 64 with the volume up, by the way. I don't understand why there's another OOT remake of OOT 3D already exists. Now, I can say one easy word. Some people in the stream believe it to be my favorite word. But in truth, Ocarina of Time 3DS is like 10 years old. And the 3DS is a dead system. So when you look at it like that, the argument I've seen for it is that it allows a classic game to reach the hands of a newer generation. The argument against it is that OT has been released like 5 different times. It does not need it to be re-released again. But here's the thing. You don't win no matter what side you play, right? There are people who hate remakes on principle, alright? There are people who hate remakes on principle. No matter what the remake does, it'll always be worse than the original because the original is better. Some games deserve to be compared to their originals. Some games differ from their originals to the point where both are pretty good. I think RE4 is a great example. RE4? Great game. RE4 Remake? Great game. I am of the opinion that RE4 Remake is better than the original. Actually. They're both great games, though. They are both fantastic games. But some people hate the RE4 remake just on principle that it's not the original RE4. I don't think I've ever seen anybody like attack the original. Another nugget! Holy shit! Wow. So yeah, so no matter what, like, people want new games. They don't want remakes, and then they get new games, and they hate them because it's all sloop. Sloop, sloop, sloop. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy, yummy, sloppy. You filthy consumerist pig. How dare you question the hand that feeds you? Give me my sloop. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. Oh no, Ada is the worst part of RE4 Remake by far. Ada's terrible. But like, if the only thing you have to say about that game for why it's bad is because one voice in the game, that's insane. That's insane. I don't like her performance at all. Notice how when people defend the performance from Ada, they always say, like, it's not that bad. They never say it's good. They can never bring themselves to say it's actually good. They know it's not good. They give the most, like, lukewarm defense possible. It's not that bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You! Leon S. Kennedy! Yeah. That is a multi-million-dollar project delivery. If I've ever heard it, boys. If I've ever heard it. Ow. It burns! I think the game is great. Despite that. Despite that. To be honest with you though, chat, I've become a huge believer of Japanese voice acting. Not because I think that Japanese is superior. It's because the less I understand what they're saying through spoken voice, the happier I am. That's what it is. I'll read the subtitles, and I'll be happier than hearing them say it out to me. There are exceptions, of course. There are exceptions. Sometimes I'd rather just read and not have it be, like, vocalized to me. Because when you try to vocalize to me, you sound bad. I was watching an anime last week. I was finishing Dress Up Darling season 2 because I read the manga. I finished the manga, and I had a bookmark, and the video player started on the dubbed version, and immediately they started talking, and I like actually fucking winced. I was like, ugh! Immediately shrunk my screen, found the sub version, and I was back to normal. None of that dub shit. Look. I mean to be an asshole here, but like, dubs past a certain year have not, that's not good. It's because I got mainstream. It's because I went mainstream, so they knew they would make a profit without any effort. There was no need to try. The people that were doing it weren't trying anymore. Because they didn't need to try. So you get the same 5 guys in a booth every season. Have them record a few lines, make $1 billion. Maybe stick your political agenda in there every now and again. Stick a little bit of modern lingo while you're at it. Rake in millions of dollars. And then ruin another project later. Sounds good to me, boys. I'll drink to that. This is some good chicken. Voice acting will get good again when the current voice acting industry in the West is dismantled. Bye-bye. Mr. Krabs is in there. Krusty Krab unfair. Dude, what's he saying? I don't know, but he's got a megaphone. Now, I ain't saying that I got an ego, but I am saying that if I was the voice of the purple Teletubby, I would probably let everybody I know in the world know that, you know? I think the world would be very privy to that information. That's all. I'm the purple one. That's you? Do you think the baby in the sun in Teletubby tells people they were the baby in the sun in Teletubby? You never shut up about Teletubbies, and you never shut up, period. Doesn't fucking stop you from talking. What are you talking about my fucking purple Teletubby? Tanky Wanky, Dipsy, La La, Po. I gotta say, Vinny Vinesauce's Tinky Winky voice fucking kills me. It's so stupid. Alright. You guys see Slender Tubbies? Can you believe that was a real fucking thing? Slender Tubbies? I remember that shit back when it was like 2008. And it was just Tinky Winky with a screamy face, and he just kept screaming at you. And then it turned into like a cinematic universe. You ever see that? Withdrawal? What? What? I'm out of here. Oh, they're not good. They're not good games. Give me the custard. Tell anybody, I'll kill you. I'm going Alice. What else is there to say about Slender Tubbies, right? You played as the captain. You played as the white tubby. Who's the white tubby? You. Teletubbies were fine. There's all kinds of Flash games like that. Innocent kid shit. And then just abuse it. I'm feeling kind of edgy. Wasn't allowed to watch Teletubbies? The fuck? Why not? Did you like shit yourself when they were on screen? Your parents put a stop to that ever happening again? How the fuck would you be banned from watching Teletubbies? Mom, the purple one! I thought they made kids stupid. They had educational programs literally playing on their chests. Huh? That's why they're Teletubbies. Children's television was intended to make kids smarter. At least it used to be. Had to do with how they talk. They talk like Teletubbies, man. What more can I say? Television zombies. What is anti-tubby behavior? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Anti-tubby behavior. Better hope your parents didn't have any fucking Beanie Babies or some shit. You want to talk about things that made people dumb. That was baby's first fucking investment. Failed miserably, didn't it? I'll be right back, Jack. Oh, let's check in the book. Give me a Beanie Baby. Wow, these little bastards sure are ugly, but I bet if I buy them now, If I buy them now, there will be a hit investment down the line. I don't think they were. Sorry. I'm sorry to say. But you know what? My ass bought amiibos. My ass bought amiibos. I am guilty. I'm guilty of the ultimate crime. I never bought a Funko Pop, though. Do you guys remember that Funko Pop had a game? Do you remember what that game was called? Where you played as a Funko Pop? Was that Funko Pop's last, like, hurrah? Are they out of business yet? I heard they were going out of business. They're not out of business? Well, what's fucking keeping them afloat? What's keeping them afloat? Is it you? $25 for a Funko Pop. Someday I wish to meet the average consumer. I just, you know, you ever just like curious? Like, who is the average consumer? Who is the guy who just buys this shit? Have you ever just wanted to meet somebody who just buys shit like this? Feels like we generalize too hard, but there's clearly an audience for shit like this. So it's like I don't know enough normal people. Do normal people just not like have any critical thinking skills? Is that what it is? Is that what makes them normal? Is they're unable to think about what they're doing? They just do? How does that work? Is that why advertisements work? Is that why advertisements work? That's kind of scary, isn't it? Try our product. Product good. Look how good product is. Damn, that's a good looking product. That's a good looking product. I think I'm gonna get that product right now. Just consume. Well, I just did. I just ate, and I feel great. I feel awake. I feel empowered. And as you can tell, we're probably just gonna play this for a little longer and then finish up. No time for bumping now, but you know what? It's been fun playing this. Pokemon with the Yap session. The Boo-Boos are already dead. Are they? Like dead as in like they've actually announced that like they're dead? Or you mean dead as in you haven't seen somebody talk about one for 3 days? There's a very important distinction we need to make here. If I switch to Bomba now, I'm gonna play like an hour. I'm gonna play an hour. If any. There's nothing quite like watching somebody play a game from 2006 and having somebody in the chat comment, "This looks like AI." That's critical thinking at its finest. Right there. At its finest. This looks AI generated. This game came out before you were born. You seen AI history content? No, I don't engage and consume AI content. I don't do that. I just like watching Glorp explode. That's about it. That's the extent of it, really. Hey, it can be funny. Looking at something that looks like genuine shit released in a time before AI and thinking, man, this is AI generated. No, this is just pure, unadulterated shit. Made with the hands of a human. Shit. Just, it's like, no, I made that. You know what? That's poop from a butt. My butt. Not the robot's butt. Lovingly crafted. That is not the right set of words I'd use for that, just so you know. I don't think anybody could say that any game, any licensed title released on the fucking Wii was lovingly crafted. That shit was crafted to fool a parent into paying $10 for a piece of shit. There's no love there. No love. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Oh no, here he goes. Here we go. Me watching my tax dollars in action. Oh, yes. Yes. My tax dollars hard at work. Computer, generate me Labubu hot makeout session. Computer, safety off. Computer. I'm getting old. I'm growing up. I'm seeing the world for what it I'm seeing my world. The consequences of the modern advancement of the world. I don't think you can hit me. The mimic! Nope. I can hit you though. I'm not gonna do very much, but I can hit you. Can't mimic that because you probably already have it. Alright. I'm staying in. Can't hit you though. All we can do is smoke screen each other. Which means you're gonna click that. And I'm gonna have to deal with this now. Alright. I don't play by the rules. Artificial difficulty. What is defined as artificial difficulty? Isn't it usually just numbers? It's like trying to make something more difficult, but it's not difficult in the sense that like you have to improve as a player, but more so just that you have to like sit there longer and wait for it to end. Flame Wheel is better than Ember. Stronger, even if it's not my better stat. Wouldn't you say a lot of increased difficulties though are like, you know, just like numbers games? Or is that being like disingenuous? Like turn-based RPGs are usually just things hit you harder and then they have more HP. That doesn't seem very fun. A platformer being harder is like, you know, the layouts levels change and you have to be more precise with your execution. That's pretty good, right? Though, admittedly, do platformers like have difficulties? Do platformers have difficulty options? I don't think they do they? Aren't platformers usually just like fucking start game and they just progressively get harder as they go? Mega Man 10. Well, I guess Mega Man 2 in that case, yeah. Although Mega Man 2 is different in that it created an easier mode. Battle block? Oh. You ever play Call of Duty on the hardest campaign setting? Huh? The hardest setting? Where everybody shoots you, pew pew, and you die in 2 hit? Badge and Mario Wonder can count as easy mode sometimes. They can also count as hard mode, or just like, why are you even fucking playing this mode? Because some of those badges are stupid as shit. Improve the AI. Give it new moves. Making harder difficulties is usually a lot more effort. So, the effort usually kind of gets skimmed off the top. And you don't see a lot of that, like, additional... you don't see a lot of that additional, like, effort crafted into a difficulty that somebody... Less people are going to actively play, right? And usually difficulty is just a matter of you take more damage so you can make less mistakes. Like, it does make the game harder, but it doesn't make the game harder. It's the same game, you're just not allowed to make as many mistakes anymore. Touhou 2 has a hard mode that is cool because it gives the bosses additional patterns. It does do the whole you deal less, they do more. But the bosses gain some additional attack to their patterns, and like one fucking level in the game puts spikes somewhere where there aren't spikes in normal mode, which is something. But Touhou does good with difficulty. She found a shiny Caesar playing along with streamer. Why you lying? Why you always lying? I never find shinies. Not on stream. Where the fuck you found a Shizuha? I haven't run into that yet. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, dude. It's designed to make you mad. Ultimate Insane Nightmare Mode. Look inside. One hit KO. Yep. That's Ultimate Nightmare Insane Mode. He ain't lying. Oh, well. I guess he picks. It did happen. Well, don't I look like a fool now? I am playing with speed up, so I'm already at Cerulean. That's fucked up. First said I'm playing with speed up. Meanwhile, if I do this, he be shaking his goddamn head. The integrity of this run has fallen. It's no good anymore. I hate this guy. How could you be playing along when you're playing with speed up? You're not playing along anymore. You're speed running me. You're cheating me. We're doing a marathon. But you're on performance enhancers. He's doping. This is unbelievable. Sometimes I don't remember if I hit A button on rocks before I get encounters. Hey, stop. I found these. They're both mine. Texas Road Hussu. Hussu? China. Ay, ay, ay. In the interest of not having to do any more of this that I've already done, I think I will probably switch. Nice crit. Nice para. What did she wrap me in? A ribbon? Oh, right, I'm wrapped, you fucking idiot. Let me go. Release me. Ah! Let me go. Let me go. That's fucked up. Punished. Alright. That's fine. Alice, clean up. That's tragic. Tragedy, my name is Ruin. Alice is trying to learn Magic Knife. Magic Knife is a physical attack. No. Nazarene. Aren't you gonna hurt me? Oh no. I have shiny stories that make me sound like a big fat fake. Like the time I ran into 2 shiny Camerups in a row. That was crazy. That was my first friend Safari Pokemon. In some dude's Safari. Was a shiny Camerupt. And then the next Pokemon I ran into was a shiny Camerupt. I was like, what? But that sounds like horse shit. But it's true, it happened. You just have to believe me. And therein lies the problem. You have to trust me. I don't have the pics. I can't prove it happened. I can't prove it. He's a liar. You missed? That's so not good. What is happening? What is she? The only shiny capture I've ever failed is the shiny Skitty that I saw in Emerald Kaizo. Alright, it just charged. It went to +4 special attack and then hit me with a physical move. The brilliance on this man is astounding. Alright, Joop. You want the Hakrido? No, I want the orb. Yoink. Alright. Later, fucker. It'd be so sad if you found a shiny Gyarados in the wild and it wasn't just the red Gyarados. I took one step. That actually sucks. Whenever a game has like a preset shiny to give the player, it immediately devalues the shiny. Because now everybody can get it. There's no rare encounter. You're just there. Don't touch me, Rocket. Stop right there! Oh, it's you, twerp. That fossil belongs to Team Rocket. Surrender now. Prepare to fight. They stop you here in yellow. But like I said, I really don't want to have to go back. Where did you get a Canico? Where did you get a Canico? Oh. Oh! You guys have a potion? Really? Goodbye, purple one. Ruma. My team's kind of dying. But like, I worry that I won't be able to beat Orin. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Okay. At least it's a 2-hit KO, and it didn't lick me. Yeah! We take that. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Kryn! The first shot that just shined was a Magikarp and Ruby. It was really disappointed when I evolved it. It was a red Gyarados. What a sad, sad day that was. That's not a good time to flinch. I'm gonna have to use a potion. Luna! Ah! She's dead! I don't want to lose because I don't have to go through the whole fucking level again, dude. Alright. Survive! The free shiny Ponyton Arceus. Arceus! Got her. Okay. Alright. Thank God I got that crit. Alright, that could have been bad. You beat us again. Ooh, the boss will be mad at us! Ooh, keep that stupid fossil. We'll be back. Yo, we're gonna get it in Team Rocket's way! Okay. I'm bleeding all over the floor. Somebody help. A pink jump pluff in area 0. Use memento turn 1. That's alright. That jump pluff did you a favor. Ain't no way you wanted that jump pluff, and it knew it. It knew it. It knew it. It saw itself out. Alright. I'm free. Freedom never tasted so sweet. I want to randomly walk into a fucking trainer. One sec. Did you ever see a shiny spawn in a cave wall in Scarlet and Violet? Man, that would be unfortunate. So, there's just a trainer there. And, I don't really want to battle her because I don't have any Pokemon alive to fight her. So, bye. See ya. Whoa. They're making an encyclopedia on Bonica. Alright, the Cerulean City theme. Ha ha ha. Alright. Let's go check out that grass for a new guy. Because now I'm locked here forever. So we might need the new guy's help. One sec. I'm gonna nab this. Cause my brain be remembering shit. Alright. Route 4. Give it up for Route 4. Rat. Oh, you dirty rat. Can't escape. Okay. Yoink. That's mine, kid. Sunny Blast. Omae wa mou shinderu. 42 EXP. That's really not good. What you got? An orange fruit? And a palm tree fruit. What the fuck is a palm tree? It can be used as an ingredient for medicine. Okay. Luna found 2 gold nuggets. Just in case you were curious of what's going on with that one. 2 gold nuggets, dude. I don't know what the odds of that are, but they can't be high. Misty. I wonder if I've seen everything on this route. I imagine she's in Minariko or close by. You'll get a level. Get a level. Can I learn a move? Oh no. Great. I should just... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, bye-bye. I'm out of here. I'm afraid Sonic has gotten so terribly bored that he has simply left the game. Game over. You lose. Sonic's not coming. What kind of fucked up Easter egg is that? If you wait 3 minutes, Sonic just quits the game. Fuck Amy. Who needs her? I'm out of here. I don't think there's anything here. Wow. Don't make them like they used to. Well, that's because the last one they made wasn't made by them at all. They don't make them at all anymore, dude. Alright. With my newfound purchase. Hatate took a snooze. That looks like Komachi to me. Hatate, punch! No, you blew it! Sonic Superstars. I don't know what that game is. Never heard of it. It's probably not even a real game. You're probably just making shit up again. Classic. This game has to exist. It has to. Tomboyish mermaid. Now you understand why Cherno's theme is playing here. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see what I can do. Ready? Can my team of winners plus Luna and Chen go? Yo, joke! Still struggling along. I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Bonica. Alright, what's the worst you can do? Oh, wait. Oh, you probably have Bubble. At level 17, you probably have Bubble. Oh, wait, he does it! Wait! Free matchup! It's high level? Unnecessary. Powder Snow! You lied to me! I thought you would be an easy mark. Well, you still are an easy mark. Die. Ah, Crayson. I don't know. That's all right. Oh! Game time. Alright. Alright. Hit yourself. Come on. Okay. Come on. Bruh. 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Well, well, well. Well, well, well. How about that? Goo has bested me. Alright. I hit Swagger, and then it didn't hit itself 3 times, and then I got confused, and I hit myself 3 times. Alright. Okay. That's fine. That's alright. That's okay. That's alright. That's alright. Whoa, the worst noise you've ever heard. Okay. Alright. I know it must be done. I thought maybe there'd be something in here. That thing was level 19. So all I have to do is get all of my main puppets up to snuff. And then I will defeat. The evil. So that's my plan. And you know what? It's been almost 4 hours. So it's a good time to stop anyway. I'm gonna be heading to bed soon. Tomorrow, you know, I'll be sleeping, so. I'm fed now, so I'll probably be in bed soon. There you go, chat. That was almost 4 hours of non-stop goo. Enhanced Reloaded. Can I find some better puppets? Maybe. Currently, my team is shaping up. We're not shipping out. More bogeys at a later date. But my plan, I'm gonna for next time, the main 4 that I'm using will be level 18. So Ty and Alice, and we'll go from there. Be prepared. I don't want to grind on stream, so I don't.